Okay, so welcome in everybody. This can be the official start of the stream now. How are we all doing? So firstly, I know I did say this in the previous VOD that's now deleted, but welcome everybody to my first ever YouTube stream. Exciting times. Hopefully it will actually work. The plan for today's stream, starting from now basically, is we're going to play some Achroma games. I don't currently have any opponents to face, unless JT, in fact, actually wants to join. But that isn't the end of the world, because we are actually going to be having a go at a solo mode of Achroma that one of the community members has made, and we're going to see how well that runs. And then, as and when anybody wants to join for a game, we can. But yeah, so let's get started. So as we are... okay, right, there you go. So I've got my 5 cards. As you are playing the Achroma deck, would you like to go first?
Yeah, don't mind.
Go for it.
I'm very... See, I haven't played with any of the splat or squish yet, so this may take me a minute to get used to.
That is perfectly fine. If you have, I'll let you kind of have a go, but if you have any questions, just let me know, but it's not too bad.
Okay, so I'm going to start with playing this guy, Ravaged one.
Ravaged one, yeah.
So I can squish, right? Okay. So
yeah. Oh, right.
One.
Okay. So I will let you undo if you want. So because it's an action, you have to squish now, and you have to squish another card. So you really don't want to play Ravaged one until you have another card on your canvas to squish. Does that make sense? If it was and to be very clear, if it was a card that just said squish one, so it didn't have the word action, it would mean you can squish every turn. In that case, you could play Ravaged one, then play another card, and then decide to do the squish. Because the squish happens whenever you want normally. But if it says action squish, you got to do it now.
Okay, I'm going to play this guy instead first then. Wincy Rust Weather.
Thank you very much, Onith. Enjoy your Valorant comp.
She'll put me down to 7.
He's your rare, right?
Draw a card. Then I'll squish.
Perfect, yep.
1.
Right. Wait, did you just minus yourself 1? Or did you just play? That was just you playing him, right?
That was just me playing him.
Yeah.
He cost 1, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it costs 1, and so you technically will just have to remember that you've squished Wincy for your resolve phase.
Okay. And then I'll play Achroma Factory as well.
Very nice.
So 4. Okay, so now I can resolve. So I get +1. And then I squish 3. Right?
Right, hold on.
Oh,
so
no, squish 2. I squish 2.
Squish 2, yes.
Yeah. Okay. So does that mean I'm -2 from you, right?
-2 from me, yeah. Okay. But you can't. But you can't do that because you can't minus on the first turn.
Oh shit, my bad.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll just add 2 back. Yeah, I completely forgot about that. That you can't technically add. Yeah.
Okay, then I'll have my turn. Yeah.
Cool.
I'll draw it my turn.
So the weird thing is with squish and splat is the way it's supposed to work is you're supposed to play the card and then say, right, I squish that character. So you say, right, the Ravaged one squishes Rust Weather. The Achroma Factory will squish the Ravaged one. But honestly, it doesn't actually matter which cards you squish as long as you just say, there you go, I -2 sort of thing. All right, so I will start my turn by draw. Yeah, I'll draw. So I'm going to, for 2, play Blueprint Swirl, which is a heroic uncommon location. I'm guessing you most of these cards are unfamiliar, so I'll make sure I explain it clearly. So this, it's a gaining card, but it's gain X, and X equals each of the colored shards. So for example, right now I have a light blue and dark blue, so I have 2 out of 6. So this is currently a +2 card.
Oh wow. Okay. So it can be a +6 theoretically.
Yes, if you get enough cards out. So it can be a very, very good. It's why it's a heroic, because you can't have 2 of them at the same time. I can't tell what is playing or bullying with cats. What do you mean by that, Rhea? Oh, I can't tell what is playing or bullying cats. What are you talking about? The song? Right, and the second card I'm going to play is Drakon for 2. Actually, do I want to play that? No, your Rusty Wither he's a 3, isn't he? Yeah, I've got to be careful because your Rusty is a 3 and he'd be able to kill him. Okay, I won't play that. Oh, actually. Yeah, I'm going to do this. I am going to play Drakon for 2. So Drakon, it's kind of similar to... I'll just put him on the screen. He basically costs 2, gives 2 in the resolve. He's just a nice little neat character. And then I'm going to spend another 2 to actually give him an Achroma Bomb, which is a object of power. That object of power gives me a squish 1, so I'll squish the Drakon, and it also gives me a -1 in the resolve. So if I go to my resolve now, because that's 3 cards played, so I gain 2 back thanks to my Drakon. My Blueprint Swirl, I now have a dark blue, light blue, red, and yellow, so I get 4 back.
Yeah.
And my Achroma Bomb is a -1, and my Drakon is a -1, so I'm -2 from you.
Okay.
And I end my turn by drawing. Perfect. Oh, so you just let Salem out because I heard Snowball destroying our door for him again. Watched them sneakily from the window, and after a while, Snowball started stalking Salem while he was laying down and went to bite his belly and neck. Okay, as long as it was playful, that's fine. Cats will be cats.
I'm gonna trade Castle Gates for 4 to start my turn.
Yep.
7. I don't know if you can see that. I can't really. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna play Fall of Flutterby for 4.
Or the promo card. Yeah, I can't actually bring that one up on my card info because I don't have the picture of it. But yeah, it's a 4-cost 2 steel card.
Mm-hmm. Damn it! I can't.
Yeah, he does real.
Myself. Oh no, it's an action actually, so I could resolve then play it.
That is very true.
Okay. How does this work?
It's okay. Well, in terms of your resolve phase.
Yeah. So if I resolve, right? So
do all the ones that are easy first. So the Fall of Flutterby card means you can steal 2 from me.
Okay, so that's 1, 2.
Let's do your Ravaged one gets nothing because he has no resolve and just no action for now. So your Achroma, what's it called? Achroma Factory gets you squish per pixie on your canvas. So you still have 1 pixie, so you can choose a character to squish. So let's say you give that to your Rusty. So, but again, it doesn't really matter who you give it to. You just know that from that card you've got 1 squish, so you can -1 from me now.
1, yep.
And then what does your what's your it's splat for each character and location on your canvas. So because you have 2 locations of 1 character, you have 3 splat. Again, technically what you are supposed to do is declare which card is being splatted, but it doesn't really matter. Just say you've got splat 3, you can now gain another 3.
Okay.
If you haven't already done that.
Yeah, I just did. And now I'm gonna play Double Trouble on Wincy.
Nice.
So
unfortunately that means you won't get to do the extra resolve on this phase.
Right.
Yeah. So ideally you would have done that before the resolve to get double, but you couldn't do because you didn't have enough. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then I'll. What's your location again? Is it squish or is it splat?
It's my location is a gain. It's not squish or splat. It's just a gain.
Oh, okay.
It's gain. It's that one that's gain X.
Okay, I'll just draw in on my turn.
Cool. So Rhea said, yeah, that's the thing I couldn't really tell. Snowball seems to dominate Salem a lot. I'm getting like half a second buffering every 20 seconds. So okay. I'll run with it for now as it seems to be roughly manageable. But I definitely will need to do some test streams in the week to try and figure out what's the best settings for it. Okay, so I will start my turn by... What do I want to do? I am going to draw. Okay, yeah, sure. I am going to attack, and I'll get rid of your Ravaged one, because it means that I will lose nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, no, take that back, sorry. I changed my mind. I will... Actually, no, I will. I realized that I technically... Sorry. I technically could attack one of your... I could attack one of your Rusties, and... sorry, Wincy, sorry. And my Drakon would survive, the Achroma would go, which would be fine, but it means next turn you could then kill my Drakon, and I kind of like him for his gain.
Just to let you know,
you go on.
I'm not getting any buffering, so on your stream.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be everybody. So I guess it might I don't know. It seems to be like 1 or 2 people.
Yeah.
I have no idea. Okay, so playing wise then, I am going to play for 2. I'm going to play Carmilla Traitorous, who is a uncommon character. Her action is I get to erase a location or object of power. I'm going to choose your Fall or Flutter by promo card.
Yeah.
I mean, the Achroma factory has more risk of being worse, but right now that 2 steal is quite detrimental. Yeah. Right, I can play 2 more cards if I want to. Do I want to? I really would like to, but I don't think I can properly. Actually, no, I will do this, actually. I'm going to play Lost Property for 3. Lost Property is a common location. It gives me 1 block in a resolve, and it allows me to find an object of power. So for those who don't know what that means, find means I now get to look through my entire deck and find an object of power and put it onto my, put it into my hand. I do have to declare what that is. Typically, it was a card that was 2 away from the top, would you know it? So I've picked up a Prism Sprayer, which is my rare location. Sorry, rare object of power. I'll now give my card deck a shuffle.
Okay.
Do you want me to bring that card up on screen? Or...
Yeah. Just so I can see what that is.
It is that one. 4 cost, 2 in the resolve, and when the card is destroyed, it goes to another character. It's a bit like Jade Dragon Pendant from Draco Temple, but rather than going back to your hand, it bounces to another character. Yeah, it might be because we're on the same network, Rhea, but then again, these are the exact same stream settings I used when I streamed on Twitch, and you didn't get buffering then, so I don't know. So right, that is all I'm going to play during my deploy phase, so I'll go to Resolve, which is, let's do the easy numbers first. Drakon is 2. Achroma Bomb and Carmilla give me -2, as in to you. And then Blueprint Swirl, so I now have, I think I might actually have a full, no, I almost have everything. I have dark blue, light blue, pink, green, yellow, red. So I have... Wait, no, that is 6.
Oof.
Wait, is that 6? Am I going crazy? Both blues, pink, yellow, green, red. Yeah, I do. Hey, that's the first time I've ever actually been able to get... So yeah, I'm on 10. That's the first time I've ever been able to get Blueprint Swirl to actually be 6. That's pretty good. And I will end my turn by drawing, I guess. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna draw. It's not really great, is it? Okay, I'm gonna play Blackout for 3.
Nice. So yeah, Blackout is... I'll bring that on here.
Right, and because mine is both black, mine is fine.
Yes, so it drains 3 shards from each, which means unfortunately my Blueprint Swirl and Lost Property both get destroyed. Well played. And yeah, yours is safe.
Then is your Carmilla a 2/2, right?
She is, so you can basically kill her for free.
Okay, yeah, I'll kill Carmilla.
Yep.
And then what is your
Drakon is currently it's 2/2, so a total of 4. So you would, if you attacked with one of your, you'd have to use both of your Rust Weathers to kill both, and one would stay alive.
Okay, I think I'll just leave that. I think I'll just resolve, so I get +2, and then I splat for each other character and location twice. Okay, let me do +2 first. I gotta work this out. 2. And then I splat for 2, 4, right?
Wait. Why'd you get the +2? Is Achroma Factory is Pixies, right?
Because Wincy is +1, and I have 2 of her.
Oh, does Wincy have a +1 as well? I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
All right, my bad.
And
Yeah.
Hello. I'm splatting for each other character location twice for 2 other things, so that's +4, right?
That's correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Welcome in, Tofu. You doing all right, mate?
Hiya. Yeah, good, thanks.
Would you like to join us for the next game?
I will indeed, yeah.
Awesome. I'm just currently playing a Funguar deck, seeing how it goes.
Oh, nice.
So, right. My turn, yeah?
Then I draw and then my turn, yeah.
Cool. Okay, so I will start my turn by drawing. I am going to... play... Right, so firstly in my attack phase, I am... Yeah, I'm going to use my Drakon and Achroma Bomb now to... I am going to do one attack, so I'm going to attack your... I'll attack your Double Trouble, because at least that way we can remember that it's your Wincy that's alive. That will get rid of my Achroma Bomb.
Uh-huh.
Then in my deployment phase, have I got enough to play all of these? I don't think I do. Okay. Can I play that, that, and that? Okay, yeah, I can. So this is going to be a bit of a risky move, because I don't know how much minus you're going to have on the next turn. I am going to play my Funguar, which is the lifeblood of this deck, for 2. Funguar, in case you don't actually know him, if I bring him up, he's actually common. He should be legendary, to be honest, but there you go. So he costs 2, has nothing in the resolve, and he is poisonous, so any card he does damage to will get erased.
Okay.
For 4, unsurprisingly, knowing what I got earlier, I'm going to attach to him that Prism Sprayer, which now effectively makes him a 6/6 character.
Yep.
I will bring that card back on screen for those who didn't see it earlier. Oh, and Rhea said, I feel like Camilla should be stronger. It's thanks to her Craven even rose to power in the first place. True, yeah, it would be nice if she was a 3-cost character. I do agree that'd be better. And then lastly, I will also... Do I want to play that as well? Leave me quite low. Yeah, I'm still going to do it. I'm actually going to give Funguar... no, I'm going to give my Drakon an extra Achroma Bomb so that he's not as easily destroyable again. That cost me 2. That's the same one that I played earlier. And then I'll go to my Resolve phase. So I gain 2 from my Prism Sprayer, 2 from my Drakon, bring me back up to 6. And then the Achroma Bomb is a -1, and I'll squish the Drakon, so I'll -2 from you. And I'm actually going to end my turn by trading Dismantle for 3. So I actually end my turn on 9. And yeah, that's where I end my turn there.
Sweet. I will draw.
Hey, Alex, welcome in. How you doing, buddy?
Okay, we're playing Imp for 1.
Nice.
Card. Okay, that's an interesting turn of events. How does role reversal work? I'm just going to tell you that I have it.
That's fine.
If I steal your Funguar,
yep,
does it also steal your objective power? Does your objective power automatically get erased? And
yes.
Then
If you were to do role reversal, you would gain the Funguar and the Prism Sprayer. Yes.
Oh yeah. Okay, I'm playing that, and I'll give you the Imp.
That is fine. So the way we'll do this is, if you have a Funguar and Prism Sprayer in another deck, feel free to grab it. Otherwise, what I'll do is I'll just I'll put him to one side over here, and I'll turn him upside down, so we kind of just know he's yours.
It's all in Fall of Flutterby, right? Both those cards?
Both those are in Fall of Flutterby, yeah. And I'll grab a...
Come across them somewhere. Okay, Prism's goes there. I'm looking for Funguar, right?
Yeah, and I'm going to grab an Imp, which I should have in there somewhere. I thought I would have one there.
Oh, there's a Funguar. Okay. Got them both. I just need to...
There we go. There's an Imp. Alex says, I'm doing good. How's life and your job going? Yeah, it's going great. Thank you, Alex. Going very, very good. It's my first YouTube stream, funnily enough.
All right. There we go. Is that all right? Does that look okay? I'm not sure.
Yep, that looks perfectly fine. So yeah, well played. So just to recap, you've played a Imp, got to draw the card, and now you played Role Reversal to take my Funguar. Well played. That is a good combo. Anything else you want to play? Technically got one more card you could play before Resolve.
I think... Wait, haven't I just played action, so I could still attack, right? I'm still in attack phase, right?
No, because you played your imp.
Oh yeah, I played the imp.
Yeah.
My bad. Okay, I'll just resolve. So I get +3.
So I think Rust only gives you for characters and locations, right? So yeah, you'd get 3 from Wincy, 1 as standard, then 2 for the location and Funguar. You get an extra 2 for the Prism Sprayer, and nothing from your Achroma Factory.
Yeah, so I go up to 6. Okay, perfect. And then I will just. Then I'll think about this now. I think I'll draw on my turn.
Cool. So this is gonna hurt me to do. Okay, I'm gonna start my turn by drawing. Oh, it's not gonna hurt my turn. I am so happy. This is a meme deck, so I'm not expecting to win, but this has worked out so perfectly. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you now that I have a card. Oh wait, yeah, I have a card in my hand called Bounce. I'm gonna bring it on the screen.
Yeah.
So what's good about Bounce is you can then return 1 character, location, or object to its owner's hand. So I could use Bounce right now to get my Funguar back, which would be brilliant because that's what this whole deck is about. But the issue is, by returning the Funguar to me, the Prism Sprayer gets erased. But when it gets erased, it would actually move to your Wincy, which would be a bad thing for me.
Yeah.
So it hurts me to do it. But I was thinking, well, because I can return an object of power thanks to this. At least if I return the object of power, I've still then got an option. I've got the location back. Let me just show you what I've just. I don't care. I've just drawn another Funguar. So here's what I'll do. So before my attack phase, I will play Bounce for 2. I will bounce the Prism Sprayer back to my hand. So you still have the Funguar. So it's just the Prism Sprayer that goes away.
Okay.
I can remove this. I'm going to put him there. So yeah, take the Prism Sprayer out, and you can put that back in your other deck. But you keep the Funguar for now. In my attack phase, I'm actually going to use the Achroma Bomb Drakon to kill the Funguar. But what's nice about this is because your Funguar only does 2 damage back, that kills the Achroma Bomb. But because none of the damage goes over to the Drakon, the poisonous doesn't go off. So I keep my Drakon.
Yeah.
And that Funguar goes into my discard pile. Then in my deployment phase, get this, I've got my second Funguar and that Prism Sprayer back. So it does cost me 6 shards, bring me down to 1. But thankfully, I've managed to return my Funguar. Oh yeah, you can see my Spotify. That's because I was hovering over something. My Funguar and Prism Sprayer are back. So with that, then I have to go to my resolve phase, which is +4, -1, and then just -1 to you. So it does leave me quite low shards, and I'll end my turn by drawing.
Hey, all good. I'm going to start by. I gotta think again. Brain no work.
Sorry, that was 2 really good moves with the role reversal and then the bounce.
It was, yeah. I'm gonna start by trading Trainee Painter for 1. Actually, you splat 1 with +1. Actually, maybe that's not even worth it. Actually, plus does that into that. Probably not even worth it, to be fair. I got to work out how I'm gonna do this. Okay, no, I'll trade Serrano for 4. Okay.
Yeah, Serrano is a cool card, but I feel like he's better when you're in a 3 or more player game because I get to choose what I erase. So if I only had my Funguar on the board, that would be quite good. Otherwise, it's only really good in multiplayer.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna kill your Drakon. Is that what it's called? Drakon. Yeah?
Drakon, yeah, you get a free kill with that. Yep.
And then I'm going to play Giant Prism for 5.
Oh shit! I forget what Giant Prism does.
Erases all characters with any black, and I get +2 for each card.
Ah no! Oh, the Funguar. And actually, that does get rid of my Prism Sprayer as well. Yeah.
Okay, so I get +4 for that, right?
You do indeed get +4 for that. So that's only cost you 1 essentially.
Nice.
Did you remove the original 5?
Yeah.
When you went 9, yeah, cool.
8.
Ah, damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, well played.
Play Imp for 1, and I draw a card. I can still play. How many cards have I played? I've played 2 so far, right?
Yeah.
Okay, 'cause I tried that. Okay. Then I'll play the trainee painter as well for 1. Then I'll resolve. So I -1 from you, from the imp.
Yep.
And then I get +2 just from that. 7, 8. And then I splat 1, which gives me another +1. And then Wincy activates. So
That'd be 3.
Splat for 3, 10, 11, 12. And then Achroma activates each pixie, of which I have 0. So that doesn't do anything.
Damn.
Okay. And then I'll draw on my turn.
That was a good move. That was a good move. All right. So I will start. I'm actually going to have quite a simple turn. I'm going to trade. Oh, how many minuses you got them? You got no minus, actually. 10. Oh, you've got 1 -1. I should be okay. So I'm going to trade Soaking Stone for 2 to bring up to 6. I'm going to play Splat Square for 5 to bring me down to 1. Splat Square is a rare. So this is what I would have... Imagine if you hadn't have destroyed my 2 characters there. This is a rare which it gives any cards on my canvas splat 1. So that would have been nice. But the reason I've still got it down now is because it gives me +3. I just wanted to get a location down of getting something. As an action, I also get to draw a card, so I'll draw there. I'll then go to my resolve phase, which is to gain 3. And I'll actually end my turn by trading Splat Teacher for 3 to bring me up to 7.
Okay. Right. I will start by drawing.
What do you mean, why is money a thing? Is there something you really want to buy?
Senior Painter for 3.
Yep.
And then Ravaged Elite. I should probably move this over for 2. And then another Senior Painter for 3.
Yeah, I see where you're going with this. That Wincy is going to do some good playing for you.
That stacks. All right, and then I'll do some... so I get +4 just from those, just from the pluses, and then I get -2 just from those. And then Wincy activates, and I get +1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Nice.
14.
So you're playing an Achroma deck, and you might win by getting to 30, yeah.
I might do, yeah. And then my Achroma Factory activates, and I have 1 pixie, actually. Yeah, it literally just Ravaged Elite is the 1 pixie.
Oh, wait, no, you said you made this deck, didn't you? This isn't a standard deck.
Yeah, I mean,
I was going to say, because Wincy wouldn't have been there.
Achroma Factory is probably useless. But
have you, did you make this deck to be a Achroma deck, actually, or is your intention to race to 30 of this deck?
It was supposed to be an Achroma deck, but I'm feeling now that I probably made this very wrong.
Well, it's a bit of a hybrid, I guess. Nothing wrong could go either way.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and on my turn.
Cool. So I will start by drawing, because I actually have no cards in my hand right now. That's quite lucky of me. So I can't attack. I will play Blueprint Swell for 2. I did have another one of these in my deck, thankfully. Obviously, it is a heroic, but I couldn't play just 2 at once. So it's a uncommon location for those that haven't seen it there. I'll then go straight to my resolve, which actually is quite nice now. So I get 3 from Splat Square, and Blueprint Swell is actually now 5 because the only thing I'm missing is pink, so that puts me up to 10. And I will draw and end my turn.
Hey.
Jordan said, so watch play your turn. One good thing about money being tight is the forced creativity. I was saving for a retro emulator. Whilst saving, I realized I could mod my 3DS. So hey presto, my pocket money is still in the building. Nice. That Ferrari racing jacket, a cool dress on eBay, bottle of wine, chocolate, more DD stuff, a cloak, a weekend. Yeah, lots of things. Understand, yeah. Well, hopefully we get that job tomorrow. All right, what are you going to do?
Ravaged 1 for 1, and then another trainee painter for 1.
Yep. Lots of characters.
Then I'm going to resolve. All right, so I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
Evening, Adam.
That. So 17, 5, 16, 17. Then it'll be the minuses, which is 1, 2, 2, right? Yeah.
So you get one from Ravaged Elite. Yeah.
And 1 from Ravaged 1, and then I will squish for 2 because Ravaged 1 and Ravaged Elite, so that's another -2.
Yeah, from the Achroma Factory.
Oh, I haven't even done the Achroma Factory. I was just in the squishing.
Oh,
from,
yeah.
Ravaged 1 and the Ravaged Elite, yeah, and then the Achroma Factory is minus
another
2
2.
again.
Yeah. Damn, well played.
What have I even done yet? So I still need to do Wincy, right? And then I need to splat for 1 painter.
Yeah.
Which is +1. And I still got 2 senior painters to splat from as well, right?
Again, yeah, so again, rather than worry about who splits, do that 2, and then do Wincy. And I think you're there.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it puts me at 28.
Oh, and I'm guessing you're gonna trade to victory.
I don't have any cards. So I'm
Oh, do you not?
My turn,
Okay.
Yeah.
So unless I can do, unless I have a card in my deck that allows to wipe out all characters, I think this is gonna be GG to you. So I'll start my turn by drawing. And yeah, I can tell you now, the cards in my hand, they're cards that don't help. One is defensive position, which is all my characters get protection, and one's an object. So 2 things that would only help if I had characters. So yeah, I will literally just go straight to my resolve, which is a respectable 8 shards. And I'll end my turn by drawing, just in case it's an action. It doesn't help me, so no, your turn.
Okay, I'll just resolve and just
Yeah. Welcome in, Pegalinks. Unfortunately, the Funguar deck just lost. We did actually have some... That was actually a really good match, even though this is a bit of a meme deck. Like, that we had some good trades there. Just unfortunately, you had enough to get rid of Funguar. All right, nice. Yeah, welcome in, Pega. Are you up for a 3-player game, Sammy? Working out, yeah. Oh, yeah, the geo-coaching outdoor escape room there. That will be fun.
Oh, wait. Were you talking to me? I thought you said someone else.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Are you up for a 3-player game?
Yeah,
So I know you said you only had time for 1 or 2. In which case, Tofu, are you there? Would you like to join?
I am here.
Perfect.
I'm gonna play differently. That give me a second.
Yeah, that's fine. So I will play the Funguar deck again, but I want to kind of rotate round, so I will leave the Funguar deck for now. I'm actually going to have a go at this Otrix deck, which I made for Manfield, although I do want to swap out 1 card quickly. I want to swap out it was something that someone in the Discord recommended. I'm going to take out the Mystical Malfunction, and I'm going to put in a... I think it's... Well, I'm not sure.
All right. Good. Okay. What deck is everyone playing? Sorry.
So I'm going to be playing a Curse of Curdle Heel Achroma deck.
Okay, I'm pretty similar, to be fair. I have Kara Curdle as my heroic character, but it's still very much more of a sub deck.
Right, there we go.
Do we have the same mouse map?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna
What
lie.
are the chances?
When you joined earlier, Sammy, even though I knew it was you, Sammy, my first thought was like, "Wait, is this Tofu again? Like, have you changed your name?"
I didn't know we had the same mouse map. Where did you get yours from?
AliExpress.
Oh, okay. I got mine from. I can't remember what it's called. That's good, isn't it?
We have one brain cell there between us, JT. It is
I got mine from
the one you apparently upgrade. Yeah, that is true. Sorry, Ria.
Say that again.
From mykeyboard.eu. It's a place where you go to buy like keyboard stuff because I build a lot of keyboards.
All right. Okay. Well, chances are they're probably importing it from
Probably
China, which is this. They'll have got it from the same person I bought mine from in China, sort of thing.
I paid probably 5 times the price for it.
Possibly. But hey, never mind. Yeah, if you're not aware of AliExpress, anyone that's listening, by the way, it's a great place to go and look for, like, anything that you'd buy for, I don't know, just anything really. It's just worth checking out because a lot of things you'll find exactly the same at, like, insanely cheaper because it's coming almost directly from the manufacturer.
Yeah. I do it to buy a lot of keyboard parts, actually. It's really good.
Nice. Yeah, I've got I got this as well from there. It's Royal Kludge arcade.
You didn't upgrade it. You just changed it up. I'm sorry.
Or something.
Yeah. One similar.
I bet you want this deck to lose now, Ria.
Nice. I mean to do some more modding to it, but I haven't got around to it yet. I have done some stuff internally, but I want to get new keycaps and stuff.
I mean, my one I'm using at the moment isn't that pretty. I don't want to show it because it's not that pretty. I have an RK61 that looks a bit better, but.
Ria in chat said I got a Zorro figurine as a present off AliExpress, and his face got very fucked up apparently.
Yeah, not everything is great from AliExpress. That's true.
The code, by the way, is on the stream there. It's 252541. Idol says, I can't win. It's either window open and it's loud or window closed, it's boiling. Yeah, it's actually quite hot at the moment. I had to open my window.
It's really weird.
Sorry, what did you say the code was?
252541.
Cool. I have attempted to put my own deck together from my Drake at Temple stuff.
Nice.
It may well be terrible.
That's fine.
I've just substituted, some of the cards between the two decks, and yeah, I don't know. It may have left gaping holes, but we'll find out, I guess.
I have mulliganed, by the way. Yeah, we'll see. Deck building is a lot of trial and error, to be honest. And like, even if you build the best deck you can think of, it can still like, you start building cards based on like what synergizes really well. But if you don't get those cards come up at around the same time, it's then useless anyway.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I realized when we last played the other day, and we were saying how sort of unlucky it was that I hadn't got another Breath of Fire or something.
Was there only one?
Because I only have one in my whole deck.
Oh, okay. So definitely want to put a second one in there if you're deck building.
Well, I don't have. I'd have to buy more cards.
Oh yeah, because I forgot you've only got the 2 decks at the moment, haven't you? Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a shame, but.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Winter Idol. All right. As it's the 3-player game, there's no real rules about who goes first. In the app, it said for me to go first. You guys happy with that?
Yeah, that's fine.
And we'll go in the order that we see ourselves in Discord. So we'll go me, Sam, then you, Tofu.
Okay.
So for people watching on stream, it'll be anti-clockwise. Okay, so I can draw a trade to start my turn. I'm actually going to... Yeah, I'll draw. Yeah, okay, cool. Then in my deployment phase, I'm going to play a Curdle Mine for 2 and a Road to Ludlam for 2 as well. I will put both of those on the board. I will be a little bit slower to do the cards on stream, only because I've got like different folders for each of the different realms, and obviously because we're playing cross realm, I've got to then like switch between, but it's all fine. So there's Road to Ludlam, and then there's Curdle Mine. And there is Road to Ludlam. So basically, they are just 2 locations that give me steal 1, which will mean nothing in this first turn because I can't steal from either of you. And then I will end my turn by drawing and hope that you guys don't erase me in one go. That's always the risk of going first in a multiplayer game, is if both of you have minus and steal cards, you could basically just minus me out of the game. All right. So,
Okay.
Sammy.
Draw a card. I'm going to play Lone Survivor for 1 and draw another card. I'm then going to play Chromatic Flare for 2 and get rid of your Road to Ludlam.
Yep. Chromatic Flare. So that one is Chromatic Flare, cost 2, erase any location with black from a canvas. So yeah, get rid of my Road to Ludlam.
Then I am just going to end my turn and draw a card.
Fair play.
All right. I'm going to draw a card.
So is it 2 Curdle Hill decks versus 1 Dragon deck?
That's correct. And I think, I obviously, Sam doesn't have to give us what Legendary's running, but I think we're both running Achroma decks. Is that right in saying, Sam?
I'm playing Kara Curdle, but it's more Achroma than it is, yeah.
Right. So effectively, for the most part, me and Sam are trying to erase everybody's 0. Presumably yours is a Chroma deck, if you've got dragons mostly in it?
It is not.
Oh,
It is also Achroma.
Okay, so we're basically all going to be just stealing from each other. This will be interesting. But yeah, we're both playing. Curse of Curdle.
Yeah, no, I noticed. That's cool. Excuse me if I'm still a little slow, but this is
That's all good.
my 3rd game now, so I need to give it some thought.
That's all fine.
I haven't played in a while as well, so I actually remind myself a lot of the cards.
Sorry, what's
Imagine
the
stealing.
location you have out?
So mine is called Curdle Mine. It's a 1 steel location, and it has 2 pink shards in it.
All right, okay.
1 steel. I know, right? You wouldn't think that I would steal, would you, Idle? Idle, you said you might still get this game, right? Are you just waiting for the promo code?
Play for 2. Breath of Ice.
Very nice.
On your location then.
Wrong one. Yep.
Um,
Yeah, that one. Yep, so I'll get rid of my location.
and then gonna play another 4. So you play a Mortis Drake,
Okay.
which is a -2.
Yep. And cost 4.
Ba-dum-ba-dum.
Can you... Oh, you have. I was going to ask you to
Yeah, go for it, Pekka.
You already have.
I don't know, man.
Better be a dick pic.
Now that we're both playing, now I know everyone's stealing. It's like I'm not comfortable leaving myself.
Yeah.
Even on 4.
it's gonna be really easy for a couple people to like get someone gone. And that's always the tricky thing I find in 3-player games is like you could very easily get rid of someone early if you like teamed up and stuff, but then you feel kind of unfair that that's one person out of the game for a while. But at the same time, if you don't I think when you are playing Achroma decks, it's so much harder to win because it's harder to get multiple people down to 0 than it is to raise yourself to 30. So sometimes you've got to be brutal.
Yeah. Your Sammy, your card, that's a -1, was it?
No, it's just a 1. It doesn't have any minus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's literally got nothing on it.
It's just a 1-1.
Right. I am going to.
You do have to be a villain if you
risk
can steal
it
deck,
and
yeah.
finish My
So currently I don't have a way to do a webcam looking down, so I don't know if I can play. Oh, fair
go
enough.
on a draw.
Do you want to resolve?
But yeah, resolve for -2.
Who do you want to take them from?
So there's your first 3-player game, so you can choose one person,
yeah,
or
sorry,
you could
I
do
can
one on each
choose,
person.
right.
Yeah, so you can do 2 to me, 2 to Sam, or you could even do 1 each.
Oh right, okay.
You can basically put it wherever you want.
Mm.
But be aware, you might make enemies.
Well, you know, I feel like since we got the same mouse pad and all, Sammy, you know, we should.
I respect that. I respect that.
See how it is?
You know what? I'll be PC for now, and I'll do one from each of you.
To be fair, I have like the most like boring mouse pad. I literally just have just a small plain square Logitech. I just use mouse.
No koi carp on it is outrageous.
All right.
All right, is that my turn?
That's me. Yeah.
All right, so I will start my turn by drawing. Okay. That's a slight shame. I am going to... quite an easy turn, to be honest. I'm going to play Fireball for 2, which is to erase a character or location. I will choose to get rid of the Mortius Drake.
Obviously.
And yeah, I will bring that up on screen. That was a uncommon action. There you go, Fireball. I'm just going to do nothing else. I'm just going to go to the end of my turn because there's nothing to resolve. I'm actually going to trade. As much as I do like it, it's a lot of shards I need right now. I'm going to trade Major Elite Investigation for 5, bring me up to 8, and I will end my turn there.
Okay.
Can confirm boring Mazma.
Draw. I'm then going to play Abundance of Quintessence for 2, which then gives me plus 5, go up to 9. Then I'm going to play Detective Huxton for 3.
Nice.
And then I will simply just resolve, so I get +2 and +1 for each of the characters. So I get +3 in total. And then I'm going to draw and end my turn.
Starting piano, yeah, it's just like it's copyright lo-fi.
I am going to go ahead and trade in Floating Wasteland for 3.
I forget I can actually like zoom in on one person's screen.
Alright, I'm just going to pay 2 here and play Drake at Graveyard. Which is a -1 and gives me the option to discard and dig, but I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
And then I will resolve. I'll take it away from...
Evening up. Evening up, I respect that.
Well, he has more cards out, so
that is true.
He's not a threat currently.
That as well.
And then I'll end my turn on a draw.
Sure. Okay. I will start my turn by... I'm going to start my turn by drawing. I'm going to then play my legendary Conjure Otrix for 5. My app wants to not lag. There we go, 5. So I'll put her on the board. So the way she works is she is a 5-cost character. She is a steal of 1 in the resolve, and as an action, I can claim a character from another canvas. And claiming means that like, basically you take it. It's now your character, essentially, Tofu. So I'm going to claim that lovely Detective Huxton. I do have my own copy of him here somewhere. There he is. I've now got Detective Huxton. And then, do I want to play something else? Yeah, let's also get out a Rabid Dog for 2. Bring me down to 1 shard. And the way Rabid Dog is, he is a uncommon character. He's basically Funguar, except he actually gets a steal 1. So he's actually slightly better than Funguar, but we won't get into that debate. I'll then go to my resolve phase. So I get 2 for Detective Huxton, 1 for each other character on location on my canvas. So I get another 2. And then I get to steal 2, of which right now, unfortunately, it is going to have to be from Double Sam. I'm going to also try and keep it even. And I will end my turn by drawing. Yeah.
I respect that.
We need to team up here. This is...
No. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah. Okay. I can take a...
Claimed by Otrix.
Tofu?
Otrix has basically seduced the Huxton Rhea.
In my hand or in general?
In your hand.
Yeah, I have some in my deck, but
do you have any in hand right now? We can make a deal.
Okay. What's the deal?
I can remove something if you remove something else from him.
Okay. Yeah, I can't do that now anyway, unless I'm lucky on the next draw.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, well, I think I'm gonna trade. Do I want to trade? No, I'll draw. Okay, that's pretty good actually. I'm gonna play Fireball for 2. I'm gonna use so much of my removal here. This is.
Yeah.
Your Otrix.
So that is a. Where's Fireball? There's Fireball. So yeah, that gets rid of my Otrix. She did her job at least of getting the Huxton, but yeah.
Wait, no, I did this the wrong way around. Can I go back?
Yeah. I'm fine with you. Like undoing
Can
stuff.
I get rid of the Huxton with that? Sorry.
Yep. So that means the Huxton technically goes to your discard pile. So wherever you put your Huxton, pop him in your discard pile.
Then I'll play Chromatic Flare for 2, and I'll get rid of the Otrix.
I thought Chromatic Flare was for locations, or is that not?
Race 1 character or location with any black.
I didn't realize that was. I thought it was just locations. Oh, fair play. Yeah, well played. Gets rid of both of them.
1, yeah. So now you just have the dog left, right? Okay,
I just left the dog. He's chilling. You're not going to kill a dog, right?
I mean, we had this whole thing last time, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
And then I'll just trade Selective Diminish for +5.
Fair enough.
And then on my turn. See the commitment right there to removing his board. Toffee, give me some respect for that, please.
This is where he's just going to steal from just you now. The fact you managed to do that and actually end on 7 shards. Wait, how many shards did that cost you that turn? Because you didn't gain anything. Oh, yeah, it's because you traded at the end, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah.
Right. I am going to. Do I need to do that?
Yeah, we did have that. We played a 5 or I think was it a 5 or 6 player game we managed to get on the stream, and
I think it was a 6 player, wasn't it?
Yeah, and you were in that time, and it got very religious in a jokey way.
The whole anti-Christian, the whole you wouldn't put Jesus, would you? Yeah.
That was JT in chat, by the way.
That was hilarious.
That was good. Hopefully, now we've had a bit of an influx of new players into the community Discord recently. I'm hoping that we'll maybe get another 4, 5, or 6 player games soon.
Yeah, they were really good. It took ages though, didn't it? We were playing for like 3-4 hours or something.
It did. Like it's a commitment.
It is, yeah.
I don't know. I'm going to draw. Okay. Okay, I'm going straight to resolve.
Yeah, it was Rhea, yeah.
Take that off of you file.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
And to end, I'm going to trade in my Drake Ambush for 4.
Yeah, I guess you won't be really needing that.
Nope. Yeah, I think there's a lot of setup in this deck.
Yeah, set up in 3-player, you kind of have to wait until closer to the end to get some setup, because otherwise it's just going to get destroyed.
Yeah.
Like I used most of my removal just on Charlie there, so.
All right, is that your turnover, Avery?
Yeah.
Cool. Sorry, my apologies. All right, I'll start by drawing. That's a slight shame. That's not really. I'm going to have a really easy turn then. So I'm going to use my rabid dog to attack your lone survivor. May as well just, get rid of her. How much minus does the... No, it's fine. Yeah, it's a -1, isn't it?
It's 1, yeah.
Yeah, -1, yeah. Oh, actually, though, does it just say... What does it say? Is it just dig?
Yeah, once per turn, you may discard 2 cards and dig 1.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to play for 3 Hostile Takeover. So this is a common action. Where is it? There. So what it means is I can claim a location from another person's canvas. So I'm going to take, even though it's not that great normally, I'm going to take your Draco Graveyard. I will put one on my board. 1 second.
Someone's going digging.
Well, yes. And you know what I'm going to dig for? Once per turn, I can discard 2 cards. I will discard a Block Out the Sun and Occultist Warlock. And I'm going to get back my Otrix into my hand.
God.
Otrix round 2 will be coming at some point. Obviously not this turn, because I'm only on 3 shards right now. I am then going to resolve, which is to -1 and steal 1. I'm going to go both on you, Tofu, to even up to 7/7. And then considering you guys definitely seem to have a slight alliance going right now, I can't leave myself on 2 low shards. Even though you've got nothing on the board, you could potentially do it. So I'm going to actually end my turn by trading Jarvis, which isn't the, I would have liked to have keep him, but at least gives me a nice little 3 shards back. And that is where I end my turn.
Okay. I'm going to draw. I'm then going to play a Rabid Dog for 2.
I need fan art of a Rabid Dog into battle. Where the fuck is Marco right now?
Wait, you have an Otrix, right, in your hand?
In my hand, I do, yes. So there are claiming opportunities.
I wish I was playing my Dragon deck, which has so much discard. That would have been so perfect right now. Okay, I think I'm just going to resolve, so I'm going to steal 1 from you, Charlie.
That is understandable.
And then I'm just going to... Oh, no, I can still play actions, right?
Yep.
My turn hasn't ended.
Yep.
Okay.
You can play an action if you want to.
Play restock for 2. Probably going to kill myself here, but for the memes.
Restock is a nice little card in this realm, Tofu, where you literally play 2 shards to draw 2 cards. Just a nice little buff.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah, that's cool.
Well, end my turn and pray that I don't die here.
Hey, Tofu.
Did I resolve?
You did resolve, because you stole 1 from me before, yeah.
Oh, okay, sweet. Yeah, I did.
Hey, Tofu, do you want to make this a 2-player game?
Tofu, no. Respect it.
Well, I mean, I'm not particularly useful right now anyway, so...
I will play the rest of this game just to help you. I won't even try and win.
Tofu, I've got a deal for you. Help me take out Sam, and I promise you can take second. You can take second place.
That is BS deal right there. I will hope you get first place.
Yeah, that's better. That's a better deal.
I will put everything I have into Charlie just for the hell of it.
Thing is, what we've done is we've all got ourselves, we've been attacking each other relatively evenly, so we're all relatively on shards, but we've also been really good at removing everybody's cards. So actually, none of us really have a very strong board, but all of us are low shards, so we're having to trade loads.
Yeah. Oh shit! It's my turn.
It is, yeah. That's all right.
That's why. Oh my god. Sorry, I was away with the fairies.
That's all right. Or Ray just had a brainwave. Oh yeah, go on, Ray.
I'm gonna draw.
Sure.
Okay.
What's your rabid dog's ability, or does it not have one?
Both of them have poisonous, so it's the same as Funguar, where they have 2 attack and defense. But if you attack them, even if you had something with like 4 costs, it would die because of the poisonous, unless you put an object of power on it.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Von Rothro family, the Von Touch family have very similar surnames. Yeah, I agree, Rhea. Where are you going with this?
I'm going to spend 3. I'm going to play Umbra Aqueous.
Ooh, yep, nice.
I should have asked what's the cost of your dogs?
So 2. So you would be able to kill. However,
you would also kill me. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. Unless you put on your next turn before anyone attacks it. Well, if you did have enough to put an object of power, at least you would need to put an object of power with at least a power of 2 to be able to save your character from not dying to one of our rabbit dogs.
Steal from foul play and not from me with your Aqueous, otherwise I die.
If you do steal from me, then I might have to get rid of your Umbra Aqueous.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
It's all fine. Do whatever you want. It's all fine.
Bear in mind, however, so when Umbra Aqueous attacks and erases a character, oh wait,
you gain those shards.
To initiate the attack, doesn't it?
Yes, yes. So if someone attacks you, you don't actually get anything from it.
Oh shit.
it's like you're like, ah, no, punch the camera.
Come on. Okay.
That's good.
Mistakes were made. Never mind.
You can undo. But I always play by the rule of until the end of your turn, you can undo anything you want. So even though it does mean we've seen it.
I appreciate that. That's fine. But I will live by my decisions.
Fair play.
I should have played that. Fuck.
Did you hear the joke about the roof? Never mind, it's over your head. Brilliant.
All right, Dad.
No.
The worst jokes are the best jokes. To be honest.
I saw a great explanation of what a dad joke actually is the other day. Any joke is a dad joke if it's a joke that the teller is the one getting the laugh. If you're telling a joke and you're laughing at your own joke, it's a dad joke. Yeah. If you're actually trying to make other people laugh, then that's a regular joke.
But well, I'll finish this first, and then.
Did you hear about the one about the basement? Never mind, it's beneath you. Nice. Good turnaround there. I'm going to read out your comment, Rhea. I'm waiting till my turn.
Oh, actually, I could trade. Well, no, I'll resolve. And I am going to keep it even.
Okay, it's fine. It's all right. Fine. It's all good.
Nothing against you.
Yeah, that's fine. I get it. I get it. There can only be one winner at the end of the day.
Please don't kill my Umbra.
I still dead at this point. I might be.
I can promise you now I won't kill your Umbra.
Well, you do what you gotta. It's such a good card, but oh, you know what? I'm gonna trade it. I'm gonna trade Prying Eyes.
Yeah, Prying Eye, it can be a really good card, but it's also a card that you can just get, like, if you need the shards, it's brilliant. I think we've all now traded one of our heavy rares.
Yeah, that's me.
Cool. All right. So just quickly, Rhea had a really good theory. I'm not sure if either of you have read the new Dexter chapter, but Rhea said, so the Von Rother family and the Von Touch family have very similar surnames. If Rachel, who's one of the creators, is from the Salem Planum, then she may be from the Von Rothros. If Jack was from Earth, then his surname might have been Touch, but Rachel kept the Von from her family. Ah, so it might have been actually Rachel was originally from not the Earth realm, and yeah, they married and just did a split name. That would actually be really cute. And Sci-Fi said the adjective for metal is metallic, but not so for iron, which is ironic. Brilliant. All right, so I'm going to start my turn by actually trading as well. And admittedly, it's a card that I don't really want to trade. It's Murky Mana. it costs me 6, so it gets me all the way up to 10, which is nice. I'll put it on the screen for you to have a look at, Toby, because it's a really cool rare, especially if you get it quite early on. It is a location with -2, so it's good just generally for minusing, but you get to look through your deck for any card with an Achroma shard and deploy it for free. So if you didn't already have, you know, my Otrix, it's a 5-cost red card. If I hadn't, sorry, 5-cost black card. If that was in my deck still, I could have played Murky Mana, found my Otrix, and played her for free, which would be insane.
Nice.
I've traded it because I know my Otrix isn't in my deck, so therefore there's not really anything that... Exactly, yeah. So what I'm going to do instead is, so in my attack phase, I am going to use my rabid dog to actually kill Sam's rabid dog.
Okay.
And I'm then going to, in my main phase, I'm going to play Conjurer Otrix for 5, the one that I dug up earlier. And again, her legendary is that I can claim a character, so I will claim your Umber Aqueous. So I did say I wouldn't kill it. I didn't kill it.
A lion.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay.
To secure this camera.
Yeah. Now, obviously, I can't attack with them. I was hoping that I could attack with Umber on the same turn, because that would have been fun, but I can't. So I'll then go to my Resolve phase, which is Steal 1 and -3. Now, I have a dilemma here.
Just kill me.
I could kill Sam, or I could leave up. Okay, Sam, I will keep you in the game for now, if you promise to now be completely neutral and have no truce.
Yeah, I'll take that deal.
We have not had a truce. We
had an unofficial truce.
I mean, all of your minusing and removal has been on me for now, but I understand that. So yeah. Well, this will be my last time of evening up. If I get a kill strike again, I will do it. So Tofu, okay. I'm going to steal 1 from you and minus the other 3, which gets you relatively even. I'm going to end my turn by drawing. Perfect. I'm going to make a murder out of Tofu, yeah.
Okay.
You laugh, so I win, that's true. That was already confirmed in the story that you're from Salem. That is true. What's the name of the judge without any thumbs? Just his fingers.
Okay, now I'm looking healthy. Now I'm feeling good.
Oh, what did you trade? Oh, Karakara, yeah.
I'm going to play Rabid Dog for 2.
Yep.
And Curse of Curdle Hill for 4.
Yep. For reference, by the way, Tofu, you know the promo cards? They are all the same. No matter what realm, they're all 4 cost steal 2.
Oh, right.
And Road to Ludlam for 2.
And they're the ones you get from the Collector Edition.
Collector's Edition, or if you go to any of the shows, like if you go see them in any shows, they literally hand them out for free.
Oh.
Right. Are you going to be in Comic-Con in October, by the way?
So I don't think me and Ria can unfortunately afford to go to Comic-Con in October this year. If we're lucky, maybe we'll go for just like a single day, just to see Achroma. We're more likely going to go to the Portsmouth event just to kind of see him there.
Oh, okay. That's a bit too far from me.
That's fair.
I'll be in Comic-Con the day, so if you do, just let me know.
I'm going to tell you something stupid I did now that you've told me that.
Did you not pick up the promo cards?
One of those cards from their table when I went.
Yeah.
To remind me to sort of check out the game online when I get home and stuff. And consequently, after looking into it, threw it in the recycling.
Oh no!
Oh, that's pain.
When how about this as a deal? When I go see them in Portsmouth, do you want me to? If I pick up a couple of spare ones, do you want me to like mail them to you or something?
Dude, that would be amazing.
I can do that for you. If you're not able to go to any of their shows, because when the promo cards are gone, like they're gone, I think they have like a couple of thousand of each of them that they hand out at shows and stuff. I'll pick you up. What do you want? Like just one of each?
Yeah, no, that would be. Yeah, thank you so much for.
I can do that for you. Yeah, not a problem at all.
I totally didn't realize that they were playable cards.
Yeah, I didn't realize either. So the funny thing is, don't know. I won't bring it up now. It's somewhere in my card box. But I didn't realize that as well. So what I did is when I was there, because at Comic-Con, they actually had the artist there. So I got the artist to sign the back of my promo card because I thought, hey, this is a cool little thing. Get autographed. But now I can't really use that particular promo card because you'd see it in the deck when it's coming up.
Yeah.
Unless I did unclear card backs. Oh, sorry, Bournemouth, not Portsmouth. Sorry, Bournemouth are going to, yeah. Anyway, sorry. I interrupted. So yeah, you've played Curdle Hill and Road to Ludlam.
Yeah. How many cards do you have in your hand, Charlie?
Only currently have one.
Okay, perfect.
Yep.
Okay, I gotta think now. So if I play 2, 3, if I do steal that from you, 2, 6, 3, probably not great. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna steal all 4 from you.
You gonna steal all 4 from me? Yeah. Well, understandable.
-2, we can knock them out.
Wait, I said no. That's fine. You can do whatever you want.
I mean, there's going to be a point where someone has to kill someone.
That is true. That is true.
I feel like I should have died, and now I'm just being mean.
It's all good.
Okay. I'm then gonna trade hostile takeover for +3.
Cool. All right, Tofu, what you got?
It's me, is it? Okay. Oh, it's gonna. All right, I'm gonna. I'm gonna draw. All right, I'm going to spend 4, bring out Umbra Igneous. I may live to regret this.
Yep.
I am then going to resolve. So I'm going to.
Hey, Zako, welcome in, buddy. How you doing?
Who should I take it from?
You could steal 1 from someone. You could put Charlie down to 1, or you could put me down to 8, whatever you prefer. I will be neutral, and I will not encourage any targeting behavior.
Honestly, it's not as straightforward a decision as some might think. Like, we could maybe knock Ollie out of the game. Well, I mean, not necessarily, but it'd certainly be closer. But then I'm leaving you in a lot stronger position.
Yeah, you kind of want to get both of your enemies down to low before then taking one of them. It's tough.
Yeah.
I've never done a 3-player Achroma game. This has been quite interesting.
Especially if you're on 1, it would make sense to probably take from me, because if you can trade for a lot here, then it makes sense to try and.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave.
He's slightly weaker.
Leave you with a fighting chance. Oh shit! I didn't do a steal. Oh fuck.
Oh yeah, that's fine. Then just +1 to yourself. If you didn't do it as a steal, you can then just manually give yourself 1.
Cool. And then I'm going to trade in. I'm going to trade in Ring of Ice for 3.
Cool.
And that's my turn.
All right. I'm going to start by drawing. So in my attack phase, unfortunately, I'm going to use my Conjure Otrix to kill your Umbra Ignis, because it's got 4, right?
Yes.
Yep. So that'll be a straight up kill.
What's your
Otrix is a 5 cost.
God damn.
I will then use my Umbra Aqueous to attack the rabid dog. So that will kill me as well. But because I do erase you, I gain the shards that I just did. So that is 2. And Umbra Aqueous, if you hadn't already done this, Tofu, this now goes into your discard pile. One of the rules of the game is there's no situation where someone else's card goes into your discard pile. Just in case you now had that. By the way, welcome in Zach, who's just graduated. Congratulations, buddy. And then...
Graduating?
Yeah. It's quite a weird time to graduate, isn't it? But yeah.
I graduated about 3 months ago. Or actually, no, it wasn't that. 2 months ago.
And sci-fi guys dipping out, have fun, take care. Thank you very much for the dad jokes as always. Si, have a great evening, buddy. So then my deploy phase, I'll play Wrangled Wood for 3. So it's quite interesting actually. If I is a uncommon location that gives me +3. If I hadn't have used the Umbra Aqueous to kill the rabbit dog, I wouldn't have had enough shards to do the system. So I'll then go to my resolve phase, which is thankfully +3 due to the Wrangled Woods. I can steal 1 and -1. I'm going to go both from Sam. And then I will end my turn. All right. How much? You've currently got 3 minus on the board, haven't you? Steal 2 minus 1. Oh, so you got, that's a steal 3, isn't it? Yeah, steal 3. Do I trade my remaining card and be a bit better off? Or do I think that... I mean, that would leave me on 2. And that's not including any cards you play now. On top of Tofu, I think, unfortunately, I have to trade to stay alive in case you guys all go on me. So yeah, I will trade my own Road to Ludlam for 2 to bring me up to 7 and end my turn there.
I'm going to draw. How do I do this? I don't. Can I do this? I think I can, right? No.
If you want to have a go, I can tell you if you can't.
Yeah, I know that I can't. Well, I can, but I won't then benefit from what I think I'm going to benefit from.
Righto.
But then it's so powerful at the same time, though. Or will it put me at... It won't put me at high enough to make it worth it, I didn't think. Oh, wait, no, I can't. I'm so back of it. Alright, I'm going to play Hostile Takeover and take your Wrangled Wood.
Yeah, it makes sense. Have you got your own copy, or do you want me to just put it here upside down?
I think I have one in one of my other decks somewhere.
So this is the one thing with this Realm Tofu, is there's so many like claims and restraints, it can get so confusing of like whose card is where.
Yeah, I'm not liking these claims.
Yeah, it's that's the thing with this. Yeah, every realm has 2 abilities that are unique to it, and yeah, this one is claim and restrain.
Oh god, maybe I don't have one. I think it's in this deck that I'm playing. Maybe I think both of them are.
If you want, I can just leave it upside down here to show it's yours.
Yeah, if that's okay.
Yeah, of course it is.
Thank you. Okay. No, oh god, I'm destroying my cards here.
You didn't? Did you finish your turn, by the way?
I haven't yet. No.
No. Okay, just checking. Because I was distracted.
So I think he's played 1 card so far, which was a card which I'll put it on the screen so you can see actually what he played. It was called...
I'm watching on Discord, so I can't see
fair enough.
Dream thing.
It's called Hostile Takeover, where it costs 3 and you can claim a location. I think it was the same card that I played earlier when I got your Draco Graveyard.
Right.
I'm just gonna resolve. Should I put something on my board to represent the Wrangled Wood?
Or... It's fine. We can keep it upside down on mine. All good.
Okay.
So and you can on Discord. It's just there.
I'll steal 3 from you, Charlie, and then I'll get +3, and then I will draw and end my turn.
Damn. I should have killed you when I had the chance.
Regretting it now.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna draw. Oof. I mean, okay. So
Charlie, have you made any Dexter decks yet?
Any what deck, sorry?
Dexter decks.
Yes, I have actually. If you want, I can play it on the next game if you have another. If not, I can just show you. Yeah, I've made a Dex deck and it is powerful. Provided you... It does rely on a few combos coming up, but if you get those combos, it's like overpowered.
Okay, fair play. Because I was going to build a deck on it and I wasn't really sure what direction to go. So.
That's fair.
oh boy, this could be the end of me. I'm going
Most
to pay 4. And I'm going to use Breath of Fire on your 2 cards there.
Gonna do it on. Oh wow, okay, fair play.
Is he removing yours, Charlie?
He's removing mine.
Sorry, Charlie.
That's fine. So yeah, I mean, it makes more sense because he could do it to get rid of, like, theoretically, the best card currently on the board is actually that Curse of Curd Hill promo card, is that Steel 2. But with my
it's a character and the locations.
exactly, it means you get the most. I respect it. You get the most value out of your card, and also with me having a 5-cost character out there, it means you guys can't play any characters without risk of being destroyed. So I get it. At least I managed to get 2 goes of my Otrix. I'm quite pleased I was able to get Otrix out twice.
I am then going to trade in Floating Wasteland for 3 and end my turn.
Cool. All right, I'll be honest, I'm in a bit of a tricky situation. I mean, I'm actually, I guess, relatively similar situation to Tofu has been, where we're both low on shards, low on cards. Like, I have nothing in my hand either, for reference. So I'm literally drawing, seeing if I can play that card, if not, trade it.
Yeah.
So I've drawn. I'm not going to play it. I'm just going to end my turn by drawing again. So there you go. There's me done. I may not last now, but that's fine.
For an object of power, do you have to attach it to a person, or can it just be played as is?
It has to be attached.
It has to be attached, right? Okay. I think I'll just. I mean, I have -3 now. I could put someone down to 1.
You could.
Okay. I feel bad. I'll take 2 from Charlie and 1 from Tofu. There you go, and then I'll draw.
That's
my
fine.
turn.
Look at him trying to be political before he kills us both.
I feel bad. now.
Honestly,
You gave
we're
me
so British. We're
Yeah.
just so British.
We are. We should not be playing Achroma decks.
Was that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I'm gonna draw. Okay, I'm going to spend 1 to play Malum Drake.
Yep.
I mean, there's almost no. Yep. One second, sorry guys.
Yeah, no worries. So whilst we're waiting in the meantime, so I can show you the deck if you want at some point, Sam. But the biggest thing about this deck, like the biggest combo, like it's a standard dragon deck where it's got loads of dragons, you got strength in numbers, monstery nest, that kind of jazz. But the biggest thing that is really powerful is if you combo Dexter with, it's got Vast Volataris in there as well, because that's strong, Chroma Storehouse, some of the strong locations in this realm. But Materno, because Dexter makes every single one of my dragons have protection, regardless of shard count. Materno gives all characters on your canvas with a shard value of 2 or less get protection. So if you have Materno and Dexter out at the same time, which does, that is still a bit of a hard thing to do. But if you have those 2 out, every single card and dragon on your canvas has protection.
My God.
Which, unless, the biggest weakness is, 1, you actually have to get that combo out in the first place, and 2, you have to hope that your opponent doesn't have too many control cards, like wiping out characters and stuff. But
yeah.
So really cute story. I played this deck at one of the local. I went down to Newbury Colours event with Achroma. I was there. I helped demonstrating games for them. And there was this really sweet little girl. She must have been about 12 or 13. And she was really interested in the game. But her dad was like running another stall. So she kept coming back over to play games with us. And she loved the dragon deck. So I let her play with the Dexter deck a few times. And she kept winning with it, like really well. She even won a 3-player game versus me and Marco. And again, we weren't going easy. We were playing it how you play. And she won convincingly with Dexter. And I actually had when that card came out, I bought like 4 copies because I wanted to help donate. So her dad had already bought her a dragon deck. She loved it. So I just kind of slipped her a Dexter card and said, "You've earned it. You know, you've won a couple of games with him. You've earned him." And like the look on her face was priceless. It was brilliant. But no, it's a really good deck. It really is.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to try and build one.
Yeah,
wholesome, very wholesome.
All right, what you got, Tofu? Malum Drake.
So yeah, I mean, there's no point in trading what I have here in.
Fair enough.
So I'm just gonna have to resolve that, and because there's really no point in taking it away from Sami, because it won't really do anything. I'm gonna have to take it away from you.
That's all right. We're fighting for second place at this point. I respect it.
If I kill you both in one turn, oh wait, I guess because
you could.
That would be pretty funny.
And it's like both at the same time. Does that mean you draw second?
I guess so. I mean, technically, you're supposed when you do your resolve phase, you're supposed to do it 1 card at a time. So you could argue that one person would die before the other one, but hey, really, it just matters who wins. All right, so my turn then. I will start by drawing. Yep, I didn't trade at the start because I was hoping that there's a card in my hand that I could have traded, but I kind of wanted to try and hold on to it. But it looks like I'm not going to be able to. I'm going to end my turn by trading the card that I didn't want to trade, which is I did have a second Wrangled Wood in there, which was kind of one of my last saving graces. So what he did is bring me up to 4, which means you probably won't kill me in this turn. At least not both of us. And I will end my turn there.
Decision time.
I mean, you can definitely kill one of us. There's no it would be silly if you didn't.
Yeah, I'm gonna play Murky Mana.
Nice. Murky Mana's that one that I traded earlier, Tofu, the one where he now gets to go through his deck, find a card with Achroma and play it for free. And I don't think we've actually seen his legendary yet, which I think he said was...
I traded it, didn't I?
Oh, you did. It was Kara Curdle. Yeah, you did. Okay, so nothing. We're not gonna. But you're probably gonna pick a card that has like a decent amount of steal or minus or something.
Play Road to Ludlam
for another steal. Yeah.
I now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Which is enough to kill us both.
Yes, I'll kill you both during this turn.
But you know what? It's actually quite nice that you kill us both in one turn because it means there's no one ever sitting out doing nothing.
That's true.
And then let's see.
Very well played. GG.
Nice.
Very good. That was good.
When you had you were too nice. You were too kind.
But those are some good decks though. Everybody had some moments of having good cards out.
I don't know. I feel, like I said, I really wasn't sure how this was going to go because I've no experience with building decks with this. And I feel like I was pretty useless. Like, I didn't really do much.
You got unlucky because the couple of times you got good cards out, I was going next and I happened to have a card that could claim it from you. Like if I just didn't have those cards, you would have had a couple of turns with your decent rares out and you could have controlled the board longer. All right, where are you guys at with another game? Again, you don't have to feel bad if anyone has got to dip out because I can play solo, but Sam first, what did you say?
I haven't eaten yet, so I gotta make some dinner. So
Fair enough. And what about yourself, Tofu?
Yeah, I was just going to say, I'm actually going to go and eat now as well.
That's perfect. So in which case, what I'll do is I'll move on to trying out the solo games. I'm probably going to be live for a little bit longer anyway, so if either of you want to come back at some point, just jump in as always.
Yeah.
Right, awesome.
Thank you.
No worries at all. No, thank you. It's fun. Yeah, that was my first 3-player game where we all played Achroma, so that was good fun.
Yeah.
All right, see ya.
Awesome. Cheers, guys. See you in a bit.
Okay, man. Thanks again, guys.
All right. Let's see then. I'm just going to deafen for now. And I'm going to move across to this scene here. So we're going to have a go then at the single player Achroma. Now, what deck should I play for this is the question, because I don't know how it's going to work out. I think I'm going to have a go at I'm going to have a go at Dexter, because Dexter's a fun deck. I'm going to have a go at the Entombed Elders deck that I had, although I do need to add another location to that. Stand by. Sorry about that, folks. I just had to grab a card to chop in here. Hey, welcome to Zach. Speaking to myself, I guess you mean to Discord. Oh, yes. Sorry. I thought, because everyone said goodbye, I deafened myself. My apologies. Yes, Zach. Yes. Thank you for the games. You got some bits done for D&D? Oh, very nice. When you say bits done for D&D, as in like the new campaign we're going to be doing, or the Achroma one? Mostly which classes to go with what faction. I see. So what I was thinking about for doing an Achroma D&D RIA was you could do it so that it's still regular D&D, so that, you know, like regular classes and stuff like that. But the one shot could be that in the imagine if the D&D world was a realm, and then they could come across the party could come across a random portal in a woods or a random relic that when they touch, they all suddenly get teleported into a realm of Achroma. It's like they go cross realm, and then you could justify having regular D&D classes in an Achroma universe. All you'd have to do is make up stats for monsters and dragons they'd have to go against and stuff. So right, let me bring Achroma back up. Don't look at the first thing. It's okay. So what we're gonna have a go, folks, is we're gonna have a go at the I'm gonna have a go at the solo mode. This is currently in beta, as it were. It's made by one of the creators, one of the members of the community. So no idea how well it is going to work, but we'll have a little look. Yeah, so basically we want to do like a D&D one-shot for Achroma, because there's actually quite a lot of people in the Achroma Discord that have said that they would love to play D&D for Achroma. Okay, so what we're going to do, folks, is I'm going to have a go at the Dexter deck. I'm going to give the NPC my Entombed Elders deck. It's quite a strong deck, but what's good about this is it doesn't really involve much strategy, if that makes sense. As in, there's not loads of cards that need to be paired together, so it should be a quite strong deck. Because I feel like playing this solo mode, if I was to give it a deck that was very complicated to play, then it's not going to get the value out of it. So there you go. That is nicely shuffled. I'm going to go put this over on the other side down here. So I've got the rules here. So I'm gonna read out the rules once on stream, and then we'll actually have a go. How about that? So for those that want to see the rules that we're going to go with, this is what we're going to use. If I go to that, it's going to be there. So. So, read out the rules. So, Achroma solo rules. The principles below are meant to provide us the basis for running the Achromatron. That's what we're calling the NPC. So, all actions on behalf of the automation or Achromatron must be done to its greatest advantage or opponent's disadvantage. Cards on the Achromatron's canvas are considered owned by them for the duration of the game. Unless stated, they follow the same rules as standard game. For a solo game, all cards are assigned a priority. This is simply based on the shard cost of the card 1 through 6. Low cost cards have a low priority, high cost have a high priority. E.g. Tenebris, a 6 shard, has a high priority, whereas Funguar has 2, therefore low. Despite unanimous agreement, that's the best card ever. Priority factors in shards added by objects of power, so previously low priority cards become high priority when objects are attached. Now, something that me and Ben discussed in the Discord is if it is a heroic location or heroic card, we're going to add rarity to priority. So commons and uncommons follow the normal rule. If it's a rare, you +2. If it's a legendary, you +4. So, for example, Dexter, Master of Dragons, that's normally only a 2-cost card, so therefore it'd only be a priority of 2, becomes a priority of 6 because it's a legendary. The Achromatron does not have a hand of cards. Cards that draw research the result, are simply deployed instead. Oh, okay. So any cards that say draw something or research something, find or dig, as a result, get deployed instead. In the event a card's shard cost cannot be played in order, trade it instead. So basically, if it ever says draw, research, find, or dig, it just kind of gets those cards. When it has to choose a card on an opponent's canvas, you choose with the highest priority. In a tie, move to whichever one has the highest resolve. If that's a tie, then you go for locations over characters. And if it's the same type, you choose one that has an ongoing effect. If they both have an ongoing effect, flip a coin. So that's kind of the priority. Same thing for when it has to choose a card as part of effect. Same situation. Now, on the Achromatron's turn order, rather than initial draw, they go straight to the attack step. They then go to a draw, deploy, trade step, then resolve, then trade. So the attack step is they attack based on these rules here. We don't need to read that out. The draw or trade, They draw a card from the top of the palette. They deploy that card by paying the cost, if possible, trigger any abilities. If it cannot be played due to cost, it gets to trade the card and redo the first step. It ignore this last bit, we've changed this. It's a case of once 3 cards have been drawn, that's over. Then it resolves, and then it gets to trade, which is the top. It draws the top card and trades it. So this will be interesting to see how, it'll be interesting to see how well this actually works. This has just been made by a member of the community, and the feedback from myself will help him to build it better. So we'll see how it plays out. I'll play a few games. Hey Codex, how you doing? You having a good evening? I guess that makes sense. I assign classes to different positions so you could have you could have in Salem. I mean, Salem Planium kind of makes the most sense to run D&D for, I guess, because it has more humanoid figures. But you could do a Mages Elite game set in Acquisitions Sourcebook. Ooh, that could work. But yeah, my cop-out version would be just that make the D&D universe its own realm, and that your normal D&D party created then happen to stumble across a portal and go to the realm. Your business at the start is just buffering. That's okay. That's okay. How's the buffering now you're on your PC? Is it basically gone? All right, so I'm going to draw 5 cards, and theoretically it means that... Oh, yeah, the only other annoying thing is I don't have... Ria, could I borrow your phone? Because unfortunately, on the app, you can't have like an offline 2-player mode, so I can only see my shards. And I would have to keep track of their shards with pen and... You know what? No, I'll do it with dice. I'll keep track of their shards with dice. That's fine. So let's give them purple dice. Now, you guys won't be able to see this as well, admittedly, but I can just keep track of it. So they're going to start on 10 shards. Although, actually, I think he might have said in the document to start on 12. Or 15. Oh, no, I think I said he was trying. It still buffers, but now it's not as common, so I keep up. Okay, I definitely need to do some testing for the shards. Sorry, for the stream. All right, so yeah, I can show my cards, because it's a one-player game. I guess I'm going to go first. So I will start by... You know what? I think for a solo game, I'm going to forget about that rule if you can't draw a trade at the start. I'm just going to draw. So I'm going to start by playing a Monastery Nest for 3. I'm then going to make that larger. Oh, this is actually... Oh, can I do this? Oh, I can do this in one turn, actually. I'm going to play an Ignis for 4, which is one of my rares. And then I'm going to actually attach to him a Prism Stone for 2. So it brings me all the way down to 1 shard, which is quite risky to begin with. And a Prism Stone is here. So I'm then going to go to my Resolve phase, which is a comfortable 8, bringing all the way back up to 9. And I'll end my turn by drawing. Okay, so Omicron's turn. So we, Achrom's turn. So we start with an attack step, which obviously doesn't happen. So now we go to the draw deploy trade. So I draw a card and it gets played straight away. So the card he got was a Minima Draco. So Minima Draco goes, oh, and it costs him 3, so it goes down to 7. And the action is choose a player and they discard a card for each character they have. So I have 1 character, so I have to discard a card. I will get rid of my... I'm going to get rid of my Great Cloister, I think. So next card is a Breath of Fire. He does have 4 shards, so that takes him down to 3. And so it goes in order of priority. But then again, there is only 1... Oh, wait. Erase a character and a location. Yeah, so actually that erases my entire board. That's actually that's so unlucky. I had such a good start. Yeah, that's a Breath of Fire done. And then he gets 1 more card, which he can play because it's Chroma Overflow, so that takes him down to 1. And Chroma Overflows choose 1 shard. He only has... Yeah, he's only going to have to choose one of those colors, so that'll be dark blue. So that would get him back 1. So that card actually was a bad thing for him, but he has to play it. I'm gonna look if that's okay. Yeah, no, I appreciate you being active for so long, Rhea. Yeah, you go for a lurk and enjoy. I really appreciate you doing that, sweetie. Okay, so that's the end of his draw phase. So now it goes to his resolve phase, which for him is a +1. So that goes up to 3. And then what do they do at the end? They then get the trade phase, don't they? Yeah, then they get to trade. So I just draw 1 card and it gets traded immediately. Their Mirror Sanctum. That's actually a really bad card to come up for them because Mirror Sanctum only gets them 1 shard. And it's a Mirror Sanctum could have been really good for them. Okay, so my turn then. So I will draw a card. I'm going to, for 3, play my second Monastery Nest. It's kind of lucky that I got another one of those come up. I'm then going to, for 2, play Restless Research. I get to look at 3 cards. I can pay 1 if I want to keep 1, which I will pay 1 to keep that one. And the other 2 I can put back in any order. I'm going to go in that order. That's Restless Research done. And then to finish my turn, I'm also going to play a Draco Planium Library for 2, which allows me to, once during my turn, research 1. I won't do it now because, actually, what I can do is I'll now resolve, which is +4, bring me up to 5. I can now research 1, and I will pay 1 to keep it. And then I will end my turn by drawing again. So there we go. I've just drawn both of those cards that I had before. So that leaves me on 4 cards, and I'll end my turn. So now it goes back to their turn. So again, they start their turn with the attack phase. So for them, it's attack phase, which is nothing for them to attack. So then it goes to their draw phase. So they've only got 4 shards currently. So their first card is a Chromatron wiping the board. Yeah, hey, welcome in, Ben. Yeah, so I'm not sure if you've been watching from the start, but yeah, I had a really good first turn. And on their first turn, they got a Breath of Fire and it wiped it out. Now, this Breath of Fire, they do have 4 shards, but not basically they don't have 5 shards, so that therefore gets traded. So that puts them up to 8. Yeah, so Codex, this is completely different to what you've seen on the stream before, Codex. So this game of Achroma is meant to be played between 2 to 6 players. The issue that I've run into on stream is, what if I don't have a player to play with? In the past, if I've been streaming and no one wants to play with me, I've been forced to either deck build or end stream. Now, this lovely fella in chat called Ben is one of the community members. Yeah, so Ben, apparently the devs of this game are working on a solo mode. But what Ben has done for now is Ben has kind of made his own rules of how a NPC would work. And this is actually my first attempt of having a go, so I can give Ben some feedback. And, you know, between my feedback and Ben's, hopefully we can kind of craft what is a perfect community version. So yeah, we'll play a few games whilst we're waiting. Basically, the difference is if I... oh, yeah, it's fine. I'll explain it as I go. I'll do some... The next few turns, I'll be super educational, Codex. I'll start it from my turn, so it makes sense. So right, now we've got 2 more draws to do. So the next card he drew was a Prism Stone. He has got enough shards for that, so that gets attached. And then the third card he gets is another Minima Draco, which he again does have the shards for, so that gets played. That'll bring him down to 3 shards. Now, unfortunately, the lovely little app I use here to manage shards, you can't do a offline 2-player. So these are my shards. I'm doing his shards via this dice here, which isn't easy to see, admittedly, but I will keep reading out. He's currently on 3 shards. So that is the... Oh, an action. Choose a player. Minima Draco here. So he just got a Minima Draco played, which is... action, choose another player, draw a card for each character on their canvas. Oh, I just realized I discarded a card earlier. I was stupid. I accidentally did something wrong earlier. I discarded Great Cloister. You know what? I'll play as is. That was me just reading a card wrong. So he gets to draw a card for each character on my canvas, which is currently 0, so it's nothing. So then it goes to the last step for that character, which is to trade. So he draws a card and he instantly trades it, and that is for 2 shards. Oh, and his resolve phase as well. So that puts him at 5, and the resolve is 1, 4, 5, so it goes up to 10. Okay, so starting from here, I'm going to do like a really educational... I'm going to do an educational round for me and an educational round for the NPC, so you can understand Codex. So the way I play my turn codex is the way that every player plays their turn. So how I'm about to explain it now is the same for if you and I were playing a game against each other. So there are 5 parts to the turn. There are 5 parts of the turn which are about to be on the screen now in a second when Streamlabs catches up. So the first phase is called the draw or trade step. So what this means is I have a choice. I can either draw a card or trade a card. Drawing a card is self-explanatory, right? I would pick the top card from my deck and that would be in my hand. What trading means is I would look at the cards in my hand, which I may as well show them because I'm playing against a fucking NPC. Can you see that each of these cards has a shard value in the middle? If I bring it a little bit closer, you might be able to see it a bit better. So for example, this costs 2, that costs 1, that costs 1, and that costs 2. So what trading a card means is you would discard a card. So let's say, for example, I discarded Strength in Numbers. This would go in my discard pile, and I then gain the shards that I threw away. So I would go from 4 shards, I would go up to 6. So that's what I get to do at the start of my turn, either draw or trade. Now, based on the cards that I've got, I'm actually going to... I'm going to trade... I'm going to actually trade a Draco Hatchling for now. Actually, no. I'm going to draw. Yeah, I'm drawing. So the second phase is called the attack phase. No, don't let the Achroma see your hand. The attack phase is if I had any characters on my canvas, I could choose to attack their characters. Now, look, these 2 cards I've got here are locations. Locations cannot attack or be attacked. So I skip my attack phase because there's nothing I can attack with. The next stage is the deploy stage. This is where I can play up to 3 cards per turn from my hand, and it costs me shards to play. So I've only got 4 shards, technically only 3 because I can't bring myself down to 0 to play. I am not actually going to do very much this turn. I'm actually going to deploy nothing, if I'm honest. I'm just going to go straight to the next phase, which is the resolve phase. In the resolve phase, you look at the cards on your canvas. Each card has a number in the top right, and that's how many shards you get. For example, my Monastery Nest, which is this card here, you can see it has +3 in the top. My other location on the board, which is Draco Planium Library, has a +1 at the top, which means I gain 4 shards. So actually, before I go in the resolve phase, during my turn, I can research 1. I'm going to do that now. That lets me look at a card and decide if I want to keep it. I will pay 1 to keep that. I'll then do my resolve phase, which is +4. Then the last step in the game is a further draw or trade. So I can again choose, do I want to draw a card or trade a card? I really need to get some decent cards on the board here, so I'm going to draw. I just got a Materno. That is perfect, folks. That's a really good card to have drawn, and I'll show you why in a bit. So that is the end of my turn. Okay? So how the Achromatron's turn works. So Pega, if I bring up this document here quickly. Stand by. This is the document. There you go. This is the document that Ben has made, which explains all the rules. But rather than getting you to read that again, I will now show you how it works. So the slight difference is, right, now it's the NPC's turn. They don't have a draw or trade at the start. They go straight into the attack phase. Now, his Minima Dracos don't have anything to attack on my side, so that gets skipped. Now, in the NPC's deploy phase, Pega, how it works is it gets to draw 3 cards, 1 at a time. When it draws a card, if it has enough shards to play it, it gets played automatically. If it doesn't have enough shards to play it, it gets to trade it for free. No, yes, you cannot attack locations, Pega. Attacks are only between characters. You can't attack a location. So the first card it draws is a Monastery Gates, which is a location. It costs 1. He can afford to play it, so he goes down to 9 shards. I'll put that one on the board. So that is Monastery Gates. That is a 1-block card. So now we pull out the second card, which is that's a good card. It's a Monastery Nest, which is a uncommon location. That will cost him a further 3, bringing him down to 6. I'm having to use a dice for his shards because I don't have a second phone. And then we pull out the third card, which is a Cerulean Draco, which again, he can afford to play, so we'll place that out. So that costs 3. Now, Cerulean Draco has an ability. Action. All other players must discard a card from their hand. So I have to discard a card. I'm going to choose one of my Draco... Actually, no, I'm going to get rid of one of my Draco fledglings, I think. There we go. So that's the end of his deploy phase. So now it goes to... now it goes to the last stage for them, which is a trade step, which is they draw 1 and trade it instantly. So he gets, that chromatic extinction. That's good for his shard count, but that's good for me because that would have been bad. So he then gains up to 7. Oh, and sorry, I forgot his resolve phase, which is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh my god, that puts him up to 16. There we go. So yes, just to kind of recap, how the NPC works is they get an attack phase, then a deploy phase where they get to draw 3 cards, deploy all 3 of them, and any that can't be deployed, they trade. They then get the resolve step, which works in the same way. Then they get a trade step. Yes, that's correct. If he can't play the card, he gets traded. Yeah. Again, if it ends up being that this is too powerful, we'll change it. But this is currently set up. And we haven't come across it yet, Pega, but if there's any time where the NPC has to make a decision, like to attack a card, we have a priority list, which I'll explain when we get there. So, back to my turn then. How does he win? In the same way that a regular player wins. If he gets to 30 shards before I do, or if he reduces me to 0, the NPC wins. Currently, the NPC is on 16, and I'm only on 7, so right now he is winning. So, my turn. I'm going to start by... Oh, shit, actually. I'm a bit of a thing. So, what I was going to do is I was going to play my Materno. I was going to play my Materno and a couple of hatchlings because my Materno would protect them. But the issue is, he's got that Minima Draco with a stone, which is 5, and he's got some really powerful things. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start my turn by drawing. I'm going to play Breath of Ice for 2, and I'm going to get rid of his Monastery Nest because that's just too much gain for him. Which is, for those that didn't see, that was Breath of Ice. And then, shit, I haven't really got anything else I can play. I'm literally just going to have to end my, I'm going to have to resolve. Actually, before I do, let's do my research 1. Yeah, I will pay 1 to keep that. And I'm actually going to save that. No, I will play, actually. So for 3 cost... I'm going to play Achroma Storehouse. So Achroma Storehouse has a action. Choose 1 colored shard and gain 2 cards for each card on your canvas with that shard. So if I choose dark blue, each of these cards has a dark blue. So I would gain 6 shards back. So nice little, brings me back up to 7. I will then go to my resolve step, which is 3, 4, 5, 6. Bring me up to 13. And I will then draw to end my turn because I'm desperately looking. I'll be honest, what I need, folks, is so there's my Materno. What I really need to come out is I need Dexter to come out. If I can get my Dexter card out, I can play Materno and Dexter, and he'll then be protected from all of this, and then I can start to erase it. But yeah, we'll see. Isn't it strong to place a lot of locations and players? Yeah, in my opinion, locations are stronger than characters, but they have a lot of weaknesses as well. So that is the end of my turn because I drew, didn't I? Yes, I did. So we'll now go to the Achromatron's turn. So it gets to start by doing its attack phase. I have no characters out, so that gets skipped. We then go to its deploy phase, which is to draw a card. It is Search for Wisdom. Search for Wisdom, if I bring it up on screen, it is a common action. Where is it? Search for... Now, he can afford to play this, so that will put him down to 12 shards. It is draw 3 cards, keep 1, trade 1, give 1 to another player. Now, where it says keep 1, there is a rule, which is whenever a card would make him draw a card, he gets to play it, provided he can do it. So, he's going to draw 3 cards. And which cards he does are based on priority. So, the way priority works is it goes by shard count, rarity, and resolve. So, Monastery Nest is an uncommon 4 cost with that up there. So that's a 4 priority. Research Collection is also a 4 priority. Restless Research is a 2 priority. So but because these are both 4 priorities, Ben, if you're still in the chat, get me wrong, because this has a resolve value, this becomes the highest priority. So that means that he's going to keep this one and play it. So for another 4 cost down to 8, he gets his monastery underside, which is that one. Then he gets to trade one and give one to another player. He's obviously going to trade the next best card and give me the worst one. So the next best card is Research Collection, which costs 4. So that will put him back up to 12. And I then get to keep the Restless Research. This goes into my hand, although I need to remember that that's mine. Yeah, so Pega bought a deck about a week ago, Codex, because it's obviously a different country. He hasn't had it right yet, but I cannot wait to play with Pega. Pega's actually going to be streaming it as well, Codex. It should be awesome. I really, really want I want more people in my community to pick up this game so we can play. For those who didn't hear, I don't have the full details yet, but I am allowed to say that the creators are going to be in the next few weeks giving me some form of kind of discount code for streaming, so people will be able to buy decks through my stream, and there should be a little bit of a discount. I don't know how much or whatever like that, but for those that may be waiting to buy it, there could be a good time soon. It doesn't have tracking, but I looked up the service, and yeah, it could be up to 2 weeks. Okay, so that was the first card. So we're still during the Achromatron's deploy step. So now we pick up the second card, which is a Dracoplanum Library. He can afford to play that, so he does. So that's now down to 10. And the action is once per turn they can research 1. I guess they always do that, don't they? So once per turn, research 1. And they can pay 1 to... So yeah, we'll always do the research. Once per turn, you can research 1, so we'll do it. So it will cost him 1 to research it, so that's 9. And then he can play it for 3. So that'll bring it down to 6. So he's now down to 6 shards, but he has now got a floating wasteland, which is that card. And the action of that is choose a player. They must discard a random card. So Pega, this is card number 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, let me give it a shuffle first. Pega, I want you to give me a number between 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Number between 1 and 8, please, Pega. 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pega, I'm just going to say now, if this card you've chosen is my Materno, we're not friends anymore. Oh, you're lucky. No, Chroma Overflow. I don't mind that too much. Okay. So he still has 1 more card he can draw, which is another Dracoplanum Library. So that will cost him 2. Brings him down to 4. It means he gets to research 1 again. So he gets to pick up another card. It costs him 1 to keep the card. And because he can't play this card, he gets to trade it for 6. So that actually puts him back up to 7. That's kind of worked in my favor slightly because that's got rid of his legendary. So now he gets to go into his resolve phase. So for him, resolving is +1. Oh, -1 from me. +1, +2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So he goes from 7 up to 15. Wow, that was quite a complicated turn with all those researchers. I think I've played it right so far. So my turn then. I've got a lot of cards in hand. Please, please give me that Dexter. Bang! No, I haven't. Breath of Ice. So I am going to use Breath of Ice, though, and I'm going to use Breath of Ice on... Actually, no. Before I do anything, I'm going to play Restless Research. This is actually the card he gave me for 2. That goes back into his discard pile. This allows me to research 3. How that works is I draw 3 cards, I get to look at them, and I get to decide... I get to pay 1 per card I want to keep. So I am going to pay 1, and I'm going to take Vast Volataris into my hand. And the other 2 I'm going to put back in that order. Okay, this is actually going to work out really well for me now. That Vast Volataris might just win me the game. So I'm then going to spend 3 to play Vast Volataris. Brings me down to 6. It is a rare. There we go. So I'm actually then going to go to my resolve phase, and this is going to go really nicely for me. So in my resolve phase, I get +3 for the monastery net. Oh, I can, once my turn, I can research 1. Let me do that first. So look, research 1, and I will pay to keep it. So now I'll do my resolve phase. So I get +3 for the monastery nests, +1 for the Palladium Library, 2 for the Chroma Storehouse, 2 for the Vast Volataris, And I get +1 for each card in my hand, which is currently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Which brings me all the way up to 21. I might just win this, folks. All right, and that is my resolve step, and I will finish my turn by drawing. Okay, I'm actually going to win on the next turn if they don't win or remove my Vast Volataris. I think we might be okay. We'll see. So, his turn starts with the attack phase. There's still nothing that he can attack, so therefore nothing happens. Now let's do the research first before his draw. So he gets to essentially draw 5 cards. Let's put it that way. Normally he'd only get to draw 3. He gets to draw 5 because he's got 2 research. But the last 2 are going to cost him 1 shard. Actually, I guess it's most beneficial to do it early. Yeah, we'll do the research for one first. So draws a card, looks at it. He has to pay 1 to keep it. So that is down to 14. And he can play it, so he'll get another Monastery Gates for 1, so that brings him down to 13. Let's do his second research. So it's draw 1, he pays 1 to keep it, so that puts him down to 12. Wherever 12 is on this dice. And you know what, he gets to play that anyway, so that costs 2, so that's actually going to bring him down to 11. No, sorry, 10. Quick maths. Now, unfortunately, that was a Breath of Ice, which is a common action. So how this works, this is interesting. So the way I need to figure out how the weighting works. Let's see here. So, you guys should be able to see this now. So the way it works is right. So when the Achromatron has to choose a card as part of the effect, so choose the card with the lowest priority. Oh wait, no, that's this is one. So choose the card with the highest priority. So currently on my canvas, the highest priority. Oh, it is this one. Yeah, it's that one because it's a 3 cost, which gives it a priority of 3. But we said that the rares give it an extra priority of an extra. I think we said 3, Ben, if you're in the stream. I think we said it gives an extra 3 if it's rare. No, 2, we said 2 if it's rare, 4 if it's legendary. So technically, my Vast Volataris, in terms of priority, is at a 5. Yeah, okay, that was easily explained. So yeah, unfortunately, that means that my Vast Volataris gets destroyed. So I was literally going to win on my next turn, thanks to Vast Volataris, and it luckily got that. Interesting. So that was his 2 cards that were research. Now we do his regular 3 draws. These won't cost him 1 to draw. So the first one is a Cerulean Draco. He can afford to play that, so he will. So that brings him down to 7. And again, Cerulean Draco is that one where all players must discard a card from their hand. I get to choose which card, though. So I'm going to choose a Draco. Let's go with Draco Fledgling. Cool. Next card. So he's got 2 more to draw. Achroma Storehouse. Interesting. So that'll cost him 3. That'll bring him down to 4. Achroma Storehouse I'll bring on screen. So the action is choose 1 colored card and gain 2 for each canvas. Now, I have to pick what would be best for him. So what is going to give him the most right now? I think it's going to be dark blue. Dark blue would give him 1, 2, 3, 4... Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, no. You got to go. No worries, Pekka. Thank you so much for being here, buddy. I really appreciate you being for my first YouTube stream. I think I'm about to be, actually. So I just said 8 cards, right? So that's 8 times 2. So that's 16. That brings him all the way up to 20. Oh, shit. Achroma Storehouse might just be about to win in this game. Okay, he's got 1 more card to draw, which is a Ruba Draco. He can afford to play that, so I'll play it down. That costs 2, goes down to 18. Okay, now it goes to his resolve phase, and I think he's going to win this, you know? Because he's going to get 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and -1 from me. But 13 will bring him up to 30. So that is GG. Damn! So I did just lose to the NPC, but that was a relatively even game in the sense that both, like, if that Breath of Ice hadn't have just come out and that Achroma Storehouse hadn't have come out, I would have won that next turn. So it's, yeah. Let's play this a few times, shall we, folks? let's play this a few times. Yeah, I'm gonna use the same decks. I'm gonna use the same decks and see how it plays out a few times over. It's the first YouTube stream. Just delete the VOD and pretend it's your first until you win. Nice. Yeah, tempting. Technically, this isn't my first YouTube stream. I technically did one last night at midnight for all of 5 minutes to test everything was working. And also my second and third one were the failed attempts at starting this one, but this is my first official one, you know. All right, there you go. So that's been a quick shuffle of that. It's also very unfortunate that I didn't get my Dexter when I did. If I'd have gotten my Dexter quite early, that'd have been good. All right, let's give these a good shuffle. But so far, that was a good proof of concepts. That worked quite well, and it wasn't as confusing as I thought it was going to be. So we'll see. So Codex, is this a game you think you might buy when you have the money and kind of once you've kind of had a chance to see if you want to play it? Is this something you could see yourself playing? All right, that is a good shuffle of their deck. I'm going to reset him back to 10 shards. I'm going to reset me back down to 10. I'm also going to really quickly run to the loot, and then we'll get started. See, Codex, this is where... Oh, Codex, in terms of what you make for me, this is where the BRB screen would have been good. Like, for that Achroma one, whenever that gets done. I'm back. I get paid next week for work since I'm splurging on games this month. I get paid next week, Wednesday, and I'm splurging on games this month. Definitely, especially I can support your stream while doing it. Well, actually, talking about money, Codex, something I've only thought about earlier today, but I haven't had a chance to message you yet. I haven't yet paid you for the last piece of work you did for me, which was the weight screen, as in my. You know, I haven't even shown it off yet, have I? Ta-da! Oh, it's the wrong camera. I haven't actually, I haven't worded it, but yeah, we got a new weight screen that I haven't actually had a chance to have a go at yet. Yeah, I haven't actually paid you for that, Codex. So potentially I could pay you for that, which might even be buying you a Achroma. But yeah, I returned from my lunch to say good night to you all. Hope you have a good rest of your stream, Mr. Streamer. Thank you very much, Mo. I really appreciate it. Okay, right. So let's get started with another game whilst we keep chit-chatting. But yeah, I would love it if you got this game, Codex, because it means that not only would you be able to learn it better and then support my stream, it also means that you could... it also means that you could obviously play with me on a Sunday, which, you know, one gives me an extra person to play with, but... You know, you might stream it yourself. That I would genuinely love it. Like, obviously Ria's got it. She plays with me sometimes. The fact that Pega's getting it is great. Jordan and Ollie have it, Codex. So Ollie sometimes joins me for these games, which means that's a game you can play with Ollie as well. But yeah, we can discuss it after stream if you want. But I still need to pay you for that thing, and that could be the price of some Achroma. So we're going to start then by drawing 5 cards. Okay, those are 5 relatively... You know, actually, no, I'm gonna mulligan, actually. Yeah, I'm gonna mulligan that, so I'm gonna draw 5 more cards. Yeah, that's definitely better. And then these get shuffled in. That's the little mulligan rule that we normally play. I'll put them in and then just give them a bit of a shuffle. Okay, so the new 5 cards I've drawn is Prismstone, Draco Hatchling, Draco Planium Library, Materno, and Ruber Draco. Getting my Materno and Prismstone this early is going to be super important. So I will start my turn by drawing. I'm then going to actually start by playing these cards. So I'm going to play... Yeah, I'm going to play a Materno for 3, which I'll bring on screen. It is my rare... it's a rare dragon, which gives all characters on my canvas with a shard value of 2 or less protection, which means I'm also going to play a Ruba Draco for 2. Now, Ruba Draco only has 2 shards, which means he's protected. The way protection works is now, if anybody tries to attack my Ruba Draco, he can't take damage. He's invulnerable. And I'm also, for 2, bring me down to 3, I'm going to attach a Prism Stone to Materno. Prism Stone, sorry, I really need to get a lampshade before my next stream so that the light box, like, I can't place a card here without a light being on it. Prism Stone, which gives a uncommon object that I'm going to attach to my Materno to try and keep my Materno alive for a bit longer. That is 3 cards, so I'll go to my resolve phase, which is +2, +3, so that's 5, +7. So that actually brings me back up to 10. That's a really good first turn. And I'll end my turn by drawing. Perfect. All right. Achromatron's turn. So he starts with his attack phase, but there isn't one because there's nothing. So draw a Dracoplanium Library that costs 2. That means he gets to research 1, so we'll do that one now. The research 1 will cost him 1 because he will be keeping it for 7. It is a Breath of Ice, which, because he cannot play it, it gets traded. But that actually is a benefit to me because Breath of Ice can be scary, so that brings it up to 9. Hey, Chaotic, good to see you. How you doing? So second card that he draws is a Mirror Sanctum. That is going to cost him 1, and that will Mirror Sanctum his... so that goes down to 8. And that will Mirror Sanctum... Mirror Sanctum is a rare, I should say, that allows him to copy another location. So that means he'll copy the Dracoplanium Library, which means he gets to research 1 again. So we'll do that one. So research 1. Costs him down to... that's cost him to 7. He can afford to play Research Collection. So I'll put that on screen. Action, Research Collection. So that brings him down to 3. Each other player discards 1 card at random. You may put one of these cards in your hand. So if I just shuffle this, Codex, can you please give me a number between 1 and 4? Yeah, good. Hating my name on here, base or I like chaotic English though. But either way, welcome in. Good to see you, Esme. How you doing? All right, yeah. Codex, give me a number between 1 and 4. 2. So this card is being erased. It is my Draco Fledgling. That's fine. That's a good card to get rid of all. That's fine. Oh, and that card goes into their hand. So because it goes again, the rule with this is if it goes into anything that says go into their hand, they get to play. So that will cost 1. But he's now got it. Okay, so he's now got 1 more card he can draw normally. Yes, 1 more card he can draw normally. And that is a Monastery Nest. However, because he can't afford to play it, he's only got 2. That gets traded. So he goes up to 5. So that's the end of his resolve, his draw phase. He now goes to his resolve phase, which is +2. So that puts him up to 7. And then his last phase is his trade step, where he gets to draw 1, trade 1. So that is a Prism Stone for 2. Up to 9. Okay. Ooh, this is not a bad start, actually. So I'm going to start my turn by... drawing. I'm then going to use my attack. I'm going to use my Ruba Draco to attack his Draco Fledgling, which will be an outright kill. But the Fledgling goes back to my discard pile because it was my card originally. I will then go to my deploy phase where I'm going to play my own Dracoplanium Library, which is this one that there's been a lot of this location. Where once during my turn I can research 1. So that cost me 2. I will research 1 now. I will pay to keep that one. I'm then going to use I can play 1 more... No, actually, I think I can play 2 more cards this turn, can't I? I've only played the Player Library. Yeah, I can play 2 cards. So I'm going to play Draco Hatchling for 1. And I'm also going to play Breath of Ice for 2. I'm going to get rid of his Mirror Sanctum. Actually, yeah, I will get rid of him. No, actually, I'm going to get rid of his Dracoplanium library because that's going to be better for him. There we go. Okay, so then I go to my resolve phase, which is +1, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's a nice resolve phase. Brings me up to 13. And I'll finish my turn by drawing. All right. Achromatron's turn. The NPC. Actually, I should probably name him Achromatron rather than NPC. So he starts with his attack phase, but he has no characters, so he can't attack. Then goes to his deploy phase, where he gets to draw 3 cards and play them if he can, trade them if he can't. So, and he gets 1 extra draw because this is a research collection. Let's do that one first. So for this extra draw, he has to cost 1. So this will cost him 1 to draw. Oh no. Wait, no, he was on 9, wasn't he? Yeah, he was on 9. So it cost him 1 to draw, which puts him down to 8. Oh, this is bad for me. So this is a... God damn it, this is so bad. This is a rare called Chromatic Extinction. So it erases all characters or all locations. I have to play this card as if I was sat on his side. Now, doing all locations wouldn't really benefit him because he'll get his own, but getting rid of all characters would. And although my Materno, these characters are protected, they're only protected from attacks, not from these. So that will cost him 4. That'll bring him down to 4 shards himself, wherever a 4 is on this dice. But that means all of my characters get destroyed. That's so annoying. Damn it. Okay, so that was his first card of 4. So his next one is a Monastery Keeper. So that costs him 3 because he can play it. Oh, actually, sorry, before that goes off, he's still currently on 4. Been on and off lurking, but need to head off for realsies out. No worries, JT. Thank you so much for being in the stream, buddy. Great stream. Hope to join you properly again soon. Yeah, hopefully so, mate. But in the meantime, have a lovely evening, and thanks for being here in the meantime anyway. So the other thing about Chromatic Extinction is research 2. So I don't know what he said in the rules about research. Right, so anytime that a card is researched, it adds to hand or trait. It's traded. Okay, so basically, research 2 means he gets to 1 card, which is the Monastery Keeper, which he can play. Oh, I've been doing. No, I haven't been doing it wrong. Ignore me. Yeah, so he gets that one, which costs him 3, brings him down to 1. Oh no, but he can't do that. So this is something in the rules that's not explained, because it says here, cards that have draw, research, find, or dig are simply deployed instead. But the thing is, research still costs you 1 to put it into your hand. So theoretically, right, he's on 4 shards. I'm going to play it that way for now, because that makes most sense. So he's on 4 shards currently. He gets to research 2 because of Chromatic Extinction. The first one, he would have to pay 1 to keep it, so that'd bring him down to 3. But then he can't play it because this costs 3. So that means that would get traded, which puts him up to 6. He then gets to do his second research. God, research is confusing with the Achromatron, which is this one. So he pays 1 to keep it, which is then down to 5. It costs 3, so he can play it, which brings it down to 2. Minima Draco is that one. Draw a card for each character on the canvas. That's none, so that's fine. So that was his 2 research from that. Yes. And that came from that. Okay, so right. After all of that, we now go to his regular 3 draws, because that first card draw all stemmed from the Mirror Sanctum. Okay, so drawing first one. Breath of Fire. He can't play that because he hasn't got enough shards, which means he gets traded, putting him up to 6. His second card is a Cerulean Draco. He can afford to play that, so he will. That brings him down to 3 shards. Cerulean Draco is that one we played earlier, which is all players must discard a card from their hand. I can choose. I'm going to get rid of Search for Wisdom. And then his third and final card is a Dracoplanium Library. He can afford to play that, so it is a 1. It also means once during his turn he can research 1, but he can't do it because he hasn't got enough. He can do it after his resolve, actually. So we'll then go to his resolve, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, bringing him back up to 5. He can now do his research 1, which means that he gets to pay 1 to research. He cannot afford to play that, so it gets traded. So that being him up to 8. Then he does his last step, which is the draw trade. So that is trading that for 2. Okay. That was I'll be honest, this, for those watching and going, oh my god, that's really confusing. I think what's making this really confusing at the moment is the research. The research is giving him extra cards. What I'm going to do is after this game, I'm going to try a different couple of decks for this that preferably don't have research in, and we'll see how that plays out, because yeah, that research is I'm understanding it, but for those watching, this might be very confusing. If it is, please ask questions. Please do. So I'm going to start my turn by drawing a card. I'm in a bit of a shit situation, if I'm honest, folks. I'm going to play a Minima Draco for 3. My own Minima Draco. Because choose a player, and I get to draw a card for each card on their for each character on their canvas. So because he has 2 characters, I actually get to draw 2 cards. That is actually quite good. I've managed to get Dexter, Master of Dragons. The issue is I need my Materno to protect Dexter, or I need an object of power. I could play Dexter now and protect my Minima, but then I wouldn't get they would kill my Dexter, so I've got to be very careful here. I'm going to play my Cerulean Draco to kind of match what he's got on his side. That will cost 3. All other players must discard a card from their hand. Now, but for my NPC discard, I take the top card and pop it there. So I got rid of his Achroma Storehouse. That's quite good, actually. Okay, so that's my deploy phase done. I'm going to go to my resolve, which is to gain... once per turn I can research 1. Let's do that, actually, before then. So I get to look at 1 card. I will pay 1 to keep that. I'll then go to my resolve, which is to gain 3 up to 9. And I'll then go to my end step, which is to draw a trade. I will draw. Okay. All right. Going over to the NPC's turn. It starts with their attack phase. Now, I haven't looked at the attack phase yet, so let's have a look at how this works. Attack step. Choose the lowest priority card that can perform attack. That can be attacked. So it says, choose the lowest priority card on the Achromaton's canvas that can perform an attack, which is Cerulean Draco. Choose a card on the opponent's canvas that has a lower priority than the attacking card and can be attacked. I don't have a lower one, so therefore they don't attack. I see. Okay. So the way that this has been set up is if the NPC can attack, but it would result in both cards get deleted, then it won't attack. So because it's not going to use its characters to attack my characters, and therefore it won't trade cards. Okay. So therefore the attack step is nothing. So we'll now go to the deploy phase. Now, again, to avoid confusion, during his deploy phase, he gets to draw 3 cards and either play it if he can afford it, or if he can't afford it, trade it. Exactly, yes, it won't injure himself, exactly. But both of these locations allow him to draw an extra card at the cost of 1 shard. So what's going to happen now is the NPC is going to draw 5 cards. The first 2 cards it draws is going to cost it 1 extra shard. So let's do this one at a time. Starting on 10 shards, the first card is going to cost him 1 shard to draw. It is a Breath of Fire. He can afford to play Breath of Fire. It's only 4 shards, so that will cost him down to... He'll now be on 5 shards. Breath of Fire is... there. Breath of Fire is erase a character and location, so that will get rid of the highest priority character, which is actually... it doesn't actually make a difference. They're both the same. So these 2 go. That's Breath of Fire. So that was his first of 5 cards. The second card is also going to cost him 1 shard, so that'll bring him down to 4. So he'll draw a card. It's a Achroma Storehouse, which costs 3. He can afford to play that, so he will. So that brings him down to 1 shard. I'll put Achroma Storehouse on the board. Achroma Storehouse has an action. Choose 1 color, gain 2 for each shards on your canvas with this. Dark blue is definitely going to be the best, so he has 4 cards with dark blue. That means he gets 8 shards back, putting him up to 9. So now we're going to the regular 3 cards. So first card is a Monastery Gates. He can afford to play that. It costs him 1, bringing him down to 8. And it's a nothing card. It gives him a block. The second card is Achroma Overflow. He can play this. It will cost him 2, bringing him down to 6. The way Achroma Overflow works, if I bring it on the board for you folks, is you choose one color and you gain shards in your bank equal to the number of shards of that type on your canvas. Again, I'm making the choice for the NPC, but I have to make what is the best choice. So he currently has, I think it's dark blue again. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dark blues. So, yep, I'll choose that one for him, which gives him 7 shards, which puts him up to 13 now. And then this is the last card that he gets to draw for his turn. It is another Minima Draco. He can afford to play it, so he will, bringing him down to 10. And Minima Draco, we've seen it a few times now. It is the character that means that for every character I have on my canvas, he gets to draw a card. So he gets to draw another card because I've got 1 character. And it is a Prism Stone. He can afford to play the Prism Stone, so it goes down to 8. And it attaches to the highest priority character, which these are actually all the exact same priority, so I may as well just give it to the Minima Draco. Okay, so that's the end of his deploy phase. It now comes to the trade phase, which is to draw a card and trade it. That is his Corrupted Portal, so he gains 4 shards, bring him up to 12. Oh, and I forgot to do his resolve phase, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oof, that puts him up to 22. I need a second dice for this. Okay, he is very close to winning. I need to do something, folks. All right, my turn. I'm going to start by drawing. I'm going to... This is not going to be a good thing. So I'm going to start by playing Breath of Ice for 2. And I'm going to erase his Chroma Storehouse, as that gives him to try and reduce his shard count. What else can I do here, folks? This is tough. I can use my Cerulean Draco to attack, but it would be a suicide mission. I could do it to stop it. I could get rid of his Prism Stone from it, and that would reduce 3. But that's going to get rid of a good card for me. I think I have to do it, though. If I don't do this, he's going to win on his next turn regardless, because he only needs 8 shards. Yeah, I'm going to do it. So I'm going to use my Cerulean Draco to attack this Minima Draco and Prism Stone. So the way attacks work is my 3 damage goes to his 5 damage. It means my Cerulean Draco will die, but the 3 damage I do will do 2 damage to the Prism Stone, getting rid of that, and the remaining 1 damage to this Minima Draco. The main reason I've done it is that means it's got rid of his Prism Stone, which is currently what is going to help him win the game. So I've just from doing those 2 things, I've taken away 5 of his potential net gain. Is there anything else I'm going to do on my turn? Unfortunately, there's nothing I can do. The 5 cards I've got, folks, Chroma Overflow is only good if I've got multiple cards out. Strength in Numbers is only good if I've got loads of dragons out. And these 3 characters, if I was to play them, they'd get destroyed on the next turn. So there's actually nothing I can do with my 5 cards. So I'm going to do my Resolve phase, which is effectively nothing. And then I'm going to do my Draw phase. Yeah, I'll draw. I'll be honest, folks, that's not good. I just drew a Monastery Gates. I'm struggling here. All right, so his turn. I think this might be GG. Starts with his attack phase. There is nothing. Then goes to the deploy phase, which again, because of his 2 research cards he's got out currently. God, this keeps turning. Might just have to... It's a bit of a bad angle at the moment. There you go, that's a bit better. So it goes to his draw phase first. He can draw 5 cards. I'll do the 3 cheap ones, and then I'll do the expensive ones, because that makes most sense. So his first card is Floating Wasteland. He can afford to play that. That'll take him down to 19. So down to 19 now. And Floating Wasteland has an action, which is choose... I'll bring it up on the board. Choose a player. They must discard a random card. So I don't think JT's anymore. I'm not sure if Chaotic is. Codex, if you're still here, or anybody else active in chat, give me a number between 1 and 6, please. If not, I'll just choose one randomly, but I like to give it to you guys. I'll give it 5 seconds, otherwise I'll choose my own. Oh, there you go. 1. I will say now, though, Codex, if you've gotten rid of Dexter, then I'm going to have to unmod you. Nah, it's fine. Just a Chroma Storehouse. Sorry, Chroma Overflow. You're fine. Thank you, Codex. So, right, that was their first card. So now we'll go to their second. It is a Breath of Ice. It is useless, so it gets traded for 9. Dude, that would give me a heart attack. Third card is a Restless Research. So that costs him 2, bringing him down to 17. He gets to research 3. So he'll get to play all of these. So the first one costs him 1, brings it down to 16. Is a Search for Wisdom. He can play that. That is down to 12. 12 shards. Oh god, this is so confusing. So we'll keep that one there because he is currently playing that one. Right, the Research for Wisdom is draw 3 cards, keep 1, trade 1, give 1 to the player. Oh my god, this is getting so confusing. So we now draw 3 cards from his side. The one with the highest priority is the Vast Volataris. That gets to be kept and played. So that costs 3. Bringing him down to 9. And Vast Volataris gets played. The second one, which of the highest priority, gets traded. So that's the Cerulean Draco. So that puts him back up to 12. Wherever 12 is on this. And then the third card I get to keep in my hand because it is given to me. That's then in his discard. Right, so now we go to the second one of these research ones. It costs him 1 to draw it, brings it to 11. He is now out of cards, and it is Entombed Elders. He can afford to play Entombed Elders. That costs 6. That brings him down to 5. But he does get his Entombed Elders out on the board. Now, what that means is now he's out of cards. He cannot now draw or trade. He basically attacks and resolves until it's GG. This has actually ended up being really weird because I've still got loads of cards left. So that then goes into there. This is actually quite simple now. I just have to now defeat what's on the board because he drew himself to death. So right, I got to do his resolve phase first. So his resolve phase is steal 2 from me. That puts him up to 7. Minus another one from me. So I go down to 6. And then he also gains 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he goes up to 14. Okay. I've now got to try... He is essentially gaining 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He's gaining 9 per turn, folks. Which means in 2 turns he will win. I have 2 turns to negate some of his gain. So my turn. I'll start by drawing. Shit, I don't have any way to do that. I'm going to play Restless Research for 2 in hope that my research gives me something. Ignis, Great Cloister, Jade Pendant. Okay, that actually is quite good. Yes, this is good, actually. If I pay 1 to keep Ignis, I'll put that one there, put those 2 back. So now... I can't actually play anything else for now, but if I... No, I can't do it. I need to get my Ignis out. I think I've actually lost this. Sugar. Yeah, I can't do anything. I'm going to have to literally just go to my resolve phase and trade. I will trade Draco Whelp for 2 to bring me up to 5. I think he's going to win this. His turn is then attack phase, which does nothing. And he goes straight to his resolve phase, which is... let's do all of his regular plus first. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 6, 7. So that brings him from 14 to 21. 21. He then also gets to steal 2 and minus 1. So I go down to 2, and he goes up to 23. My turn then is... Oh no, I can't do this. I actually can't do it. I have loads of cards, but the only one that is actually got good value to trade is the Ignis. But the Ignis is my win condition because I would need Ignis out to defeat his locations. That's it. I've actually lost this. There's nothing I can do. I will literally just start my turn by... There's literally nothing I can do. I will draw for the sake of it. I'll then end my turn by trading that for 3 because there's nothing I can do. And then on his turn, he is going to resolve to 30. Basically, he wins. Damn. So even though he ran out of cards, which meant there was nothing else he could do, he had such a strong board that he won. So what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to play 2 more solo games, I think. I'm going to play 2 more solo games. I want to test something. So we've done 2 games so far, but both games have been me playing this deck, the NPC playing that deck. And both times it's been a relatively convincing win. As in, like, we've had some good interactions, but I've lost. What I'm going to do is I'm going to swap decks, because it could just be that my deck versus that deck is this deck could be worse. So theoretically, if we swap decks now, I should win convincingly. Should. If he still wins convincingly, then maybe we need to tone down the NPC's rule set. If I now win, then it shows that actually the NPC's rule set is good. It's just that that deck is strong. So let's find out. For reference, if anybody would like to have a go at these decks, the deck that the NPC is currently playing is a deck that I created called the Stronghold. There is a video you can check out in my Achroma deck building playlist called the Stronghold if you want to check out that video and make it for yourself. This deck that I'm holding in my hand, the Dexter build, I have not yet done a video on this, but I will be soon. Okay, so that has been shuffled. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. I thought so. Do you remember that monastery gates that he gave me earlier? I forgot. That was his monastery gates. That's the hardest thing with this game, is when like you have decks that like allow you to give cards. It's like, well, whose cards were whose? Okay. So that is his deck for this game, and I'm going to grab all these cards and I'm going to play with this deck. This is my favorite deck. This is such a strong one. Hey, thank you for bringing that in, Codex. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm quite proud of this deck that I've made. It is very, very strong. Okay, that was a relatively quick shuffle. That's all it really needs. I'm going to reset back to 10, and I'll reset NPC back to 10. And again, I will go first, because it doesn't really make a difference. So I'll start by drawing 5 cards. I will see if I want to mulligan. I'm not going to mulligan, actually. So I'm going to start my turn by trading my research collection for 4, bring me up to 14. I'm going to play my Dracoplanium library for 2. And I'm going to use its ability to research 1 to research now, and I will pay to keep that. I'm then going to play my Cerulean Draco for 3. Which all other players must discard a card from their hand. So for the NPC, that is to pick up a card and discard it. That is their Dracoplanium library. And then the last card I'm going to play is a Prism Stone, which is that object of power I played earlier. I'm going to attach it to there. To make my Cerulean Draco a 5-cost character. I'm then going to go to my resolve phase, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's up to 11, which is a good first turn, and finish my turn by drawing. Lovely. Okay, NPC's turn. So it starts with the attack phase, but there is nothing. So now it gets to draw 3 cards and play them if it can afford them. The first card is a Achroma Storehouse. So that will cost him, I'll bring that on the screen. That will cost him 3, bringing him down to 7. And the action is choose 1 color and gain 2 shards for each card on your canvas of that color. Now, there is only 1 card on his canvas, so I'll choose dark blue because that will then gain him 2 shards back for that, up to 9. And then he goes, his next card is Ignis. He can afford to play Ignis, so that costs him 4, bring him down to 5. This is a rare character, which when Ignis attacks, you get to erase a character or location with the same shard value of 3 or, sorry, with 3 or less. And it's also +2 in the resolve. I will then draw his final card, which is a J. Oh, that's so lucky! He got J-Dragon Pendant. He got his 2nd rare. There you go. Where is J-Dragon Pendant? That is an object of power, so that goes onto his Ignis, making his Ignis now a 7-cost character. That will cost him all the way down to 2 shards, though. Okay. Then we go to his resolve phase, which is he gets 4 back, which puts him up to 6. And then his final step, which is the draw trade, he gets to trade a Minima Draco, which puts him up to 9. Okay. So it's now my turn. Damn, that's a strong first turn from him too. I will start by drawing. You know what, actually? I've got Breath of Fire. This is actually you know what, I said that it was a bad thing, but this is actually a good thing. I will spend 4 to 1, 2, 3, 4 to play a Breath of Fire. Now, Breath of Fire, I get to erase a character and location, so I'm going to erase Ignis and the Achroma Storehouse. Now, what happens when you erase... If there's an object of power attached to a character, this should theoretically get erased as well, because the character that was with it got erased. However, Jade Dragon Pendant has an ability, which is when this card is erased, return it to your hand. So how I would play this with the NPC is anything that goes with the rule is anything that goes to the NPC's hand can be played immediately for the cost. So I would play it back on the board, but because he hasn't got any characters out, it can't be played, so it goes back. I think that's a fair way to play it. If he had another character out, then I would spend 3 and put it out. Otherwise, yeah, gonna go there. So there we go. That was a good cost. That was Breath of Fire. Idol, can't hear you at the moment as I'm watching Netflix, but I'm still hearing the Shazma, dude. Hi and bye, everyone. Thank you very much, Idol. I really appreciate the lurk. It makes a massive difference, dude. All right, so what else am I going to do on my turn? I'm going to spend another 3 and play a Monastery Nest. And yeah, that's all I'm going to do. I'm then going to go to my resolve. Oh, once per turn I can research 1, so let's do that. I will pay 1 to keep it. And you know what? I'm actually going to spend to do that now. I'll spend 2 to do Restless Research, which means I get to research 3, purely because I want to choose which card I get next. I would like that one. Thank you very much. Actually, yeah, that's fine. So that then goes in my discards. Cool. I will then do my resolve, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, bring me all the way back up to 9. And I will draw a card, which is the card I wanted, Chromatic Extinction, to end my turn. His turn. He cannot attack, so he starts to draw 3 cards. His first one is a Prism Stone. Now, because he cannot play this, because it is an object, it goes in. He gets to trade it, so that brings him up to 11. His next card is a Great Cloister. He can afford to play that, so that will cost him 2, bring him down to 9. The action is he gets to research 1, so let's do that one now. So research 1, it costs him 1 to research, bring him down to 8. It is a Search for Wisdom, which he can play, so that costs him a further 4. That allows him to draw 3 cards. We saw this one earlier. The top priority one, he gets to play. The top priority here is actually the Monastery Nest. So that is, brings him down to 1. He then gets to trade the next highest priority, which is Cerulean Draco. So he gets to trade that, and it puts him back up to 4. And then the last one, I actually get to my hand. So I get an extra strength in numbers thanks to that, which actually is quite nice for me. So that is that card played. He now gets 1 more card to draw because he's done, those 2. And that is a Breath of Ice. He can play that, so it costs 2. And the one with the highest priority will be the Monastery Nest. Unfortunately, that's my own Monastery Nest gone. That's not ideal. Okay, so that's his deploy phase. It's then his resolve, which is to steal 1. So I go down to 8 and gain 3. So that's a total gain of 4 for him, putting him up to 6. And then his last bit is to draw a trade, which is 2. So he goes up to 8. Okay. My turn. Okay, so I'm going to do a bit of a risky move here. So my Dracoplanium library, I can do once during my turn, research 1. So I'm actually going to research now. And I'm going to pay 1 to keep it. I'm then going to do my regular draw. Then I'm going to play Chromatic Extinction for 4. Chromatic Extinction is one of my rares. where I can choose to erase all characters or all locations. That includes my own. So I'm going to choose locations. So it will get rid of my Dracoplanium library, unfortunately, but it will also get rid of his Monastery Nest and Great Cloister. So it clears his board as well. And also that allows me to research 2. So I will pick up 2 cards, and I'm not, you know what? I will pay to keep both. That's fine. I can't play anything else in this turn because I haven't got any shards. So I'll go to my resolve, which is 4. And then I will finish my turn by actually trading. And I'm going to trade a Monastery Underside 4/4. Bring me back up to 9. And that's going to be my turnover. So his turn. He can't attack. So it starts by doing his draw. So first one is Restless Research. Costs him 2 to play. Bring him down to 6. He then gets to research 3. So he does this for all 3. So the first one pays 1, which is down to 5. And he gets a Draco, so he can play that for a 4. His next one pays 1, so it's down to 3. Is a Ruber Draco, and he can afford to play that for 2. So it puts him down to 1 shard. And because he cannot afford to do the final research, he cannot do it. So therefore, that's gone. We now return to his regular card drawing, which is he's got 2 more cards to draw. So the first one is a Draco Whelp. He can't afford to play it, so he gets traded. Puts him up to 3. And the second one is a Ruber Draco, which he can afford to play, bringing him down to 1. We then go to his resolve phase, which is to gain 5 back, putting him up to 6. And then his draw or trade, which is a Monastery Nest, which puts him up to 9. Okay. My turn. So I might close my window. I'm going to close my window. I can hear neighbors outside. Whoop. So my turn. I'm going to start by drawing. Nice. I got on my Mirror Sanctum, which will be useful for later. In my attack phase, I'm going to use my Cerulean Draco to attack the Draco Hatchling and get rid of that. In my deploy phase, I will play a Minima Draco for 3. Which, again, is the one that allows me to draw a card for each character on the opponent's canvas, which is currently 2. So I can draw 2 cards. I got Search for Wisdom and Breath of Ice. Neither of which are that useful to me right now. I'm actually going to just get rid of this. For 2, I'm going to play... Actually, can I play something else first? Nah. Yeah, I'm just going to play Chroma Overflow for 2. And I'm going to choose Dark Blue, so I gain 4 back. Just to get me a few extra shards here. I just realized he won't self-destruct his characters. So I'm actually going to, for the last 2, I'm also going to play a my own Ruber Draco. Let's do that. So I will then go to my resolve phase, which is 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I will draw perfects. I just got my Vast Volataris, so I'm going to win this game, folks, because next turn I'll play Vast Volataris and Mirror Sanctum, and that actually might win me the game. Let's see what he gets, though. So, starting with his attack phase, the way the opponent's attack phase works is unless it is a easy kill, not a trade, he won't attack. So, because there is nothing that he can attack and kill, he will not attack. We'll then go to his draw step. So, a Draco Fledgling. He can afford to play that, so he will. It costs him 1, but if there's he gets +1 for each character on his canvas that's a dragon, so he actually gains 1 for that, puts him up to 10. His second one is his own Vast Volataris, which costs him 3 down to 7. And then his third card is Draco Fledgling, which again, he can afford to play. It would cost 1, but he's going to get 3 back, so he gains 2. So he's up to 9 with that. There we go. Okay, so then we go to his resolve phase, which is 2, 4, 6. So he goes up to 15. Okay, my turn. I will start by drawing. In my attack phase, I will definitely do some attacks. I will use the Cerulean Draco and Prism Stone to attack one of these Minima Dracos, which will just kill it. Sorry, Draco Fledglings. I'll use my Ruber Draco to attack his other Draco Fledgling and kill that. And I'll use the Minima Draco I've got, which has 3, to get rid of his Ruber Draco. So therefore, I can kill 3 things and take no damage myself. In my deploy phase, I will play my own Vast Volataris, which is... I'll put it on the screen for those who want to read it, but it is very, very powerful. There we go. And I'm going to play Mirror Sanctum for... so that cost me 3. And I'll play Mirror Sanctum, which is another one of my rares. Mirror Sanctum allows me to copy another one of my locations. So I'm going to copy Vast Volataris, so I effectively have 2 of them. I'm actually then going to go to my... Actually, and you know what? I'm also going to play Breath of Ice as my 3rd card for 2. And I'm going to get rid of his Vast Volataris. Even though it's less powerful for him, because he can't get the draw effect. Yeah, it's just still good to clean up. So my resolve phase is going to be a strong one. So let's do all the regular numbers first. +2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I gain 11. But, and here's where I'm going to win. Vast Volataris gets you an extra, if I put it back on the board. Vast Volataris gives you +1 for each card currently in your hand. I currently have 5 cards, and I have 2 Vast Volatarises. So I gain another 10 shards. That brings me up to 28. And then to finish my turn, where I can draw or trade, I'm going to trade Search of Wisdom for 4, which brings me up to 30. I beat the NPC. So that is exactly as we predicted, that when I swapped decks, I've now beat the NPC, which shows that the current way the NPC works does seem to be balanced. It's just that between these 2 decks, this is the more powerful one. So what I'm going to do next, folks, I want to keep testing this a little bit more. I'm not going to stay up for too much longer, but we will see. 1, 2, 3, 4. What I want to do is test some Achroma decks. So let me just double check something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wait 1 second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. Whoops, I've accidentally got an extra card there. Which card did I accidentally give? What card did I give earlier? This, I'm guessing, only has 30 cards now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 20. Oh, it was the search for numbers. It was the one of the strength in numbers. That's it. Strength in numbers wasn't normally in that deck. Okay. So I will move these 2 decks aside. What I'm going to do is I want to do 2 more games. Yeah, I'm going to do 2 more games for golf. What I want to do is I want to test how easy is it to defeat the NPC when they're using a Achroma deck and I'm using a plus deck. You know, how much does it minus from me? And then I want to see how easy is it for me to kill them when I'm playing an Achroma deck. So the decks I'm going to use are actually different decks. I'm going to start by giving him an Achroma deck, and the Achroma deck I'm going to give him is actually... I'm going to give him a Tenebris deck, and to play against him, I'm going to use my... I'm going to have a go at my Copper Joss deck. So let's see how this works out. So I'm going to give these a shuffle. We're going for 3 hours and 20 minutes so far, which actually isn't too bad for me. I appreciate it's getting a little bit quieter now. But again, if there is anybody watching that has a Achroma in the Achroma community, if you'd like to join me for any live games, you're more than welcome. All right, so that is... Oh, I'll do one more shuffle so I don't see the bottom card. There you go. That is my deck shuffled. And let's just shuffle his deck. So this is going to be interesting. So for those that don't know, the way the Achroma decks work is Achroma is decks that will reduce shards rather than gain. So playing against the NPC now, the NPC is going to be trying to get me to 0, whereas I'm going to be trying to gain to 30. So it'll be interesting to see how the NPC plays with that. So there you go. That is a good shuffle. Let's give the NPC its deck over there. Wonder if maybe we should change Vast Voltaris to have a different effect for the Achroma so it doesn't have a hand. Perhaps one card for every card on canvas. Possibly. But, I mean, it's already such a good card anyway. The fact it costs 3 and you gain 2, it's already quite a good card. We could just give it a flat-out +1. Because technically, the NPC always has 1 card in its hand because it draws the card. So maybe we just give it an extra +1 and call it there, maybe. Ben, out of interest, were you watching when I was playing research cards? Because the decks I was just playing had a lot of research in. And obviously, you've got it written in the rules that whenever it says research, it gets to draw a card and either play it or trade it. But I was still minusing 1 from it. Because to research still costs you 1 shard, doesn't it? So I was minusing 1 shard for each research, but then playing or trading that card. So far, again, I'm not sure how much of it you've been watching, Ben. So far, I've played 3 games against the NPC. The first 2, the NPC won. Then I swapped the decks over because I had a feeling that maybe the deck it was using was too strong. I swapped it over and then I won. So far from playing 3 games, it appears that your rule set for the NPC has been fair and balanced. It's just the 2 decks I was playing with, one was clearly better than the other. I'm now going to try with an Achroma deck. So the NPC is using an Achroma deck. I'm using an Achroma deck. Let's see how this plays out. So I'm going to do the same. I'm going to do the same rule that I would play for a regular game, which is Achroma decks should go first. So I'm actually going to let them go first. So they can't attack. They're going to go straight to their deploy phase, which is first card, a Monastery Nests. Yep, they pay 1. That'll put it down to 9. Play that. Second card, a Malum Drake. That costs another 1. Put it down to 8. And we'll put a Malum Drake out. And then third card is a Great Cloister. He can afford to play that, so I'll put him down to 6. And he gets to research 1. Research will cost 1, so that'll be down to 5. And that card will be a Search for Wisdom. Now, he can afford to play that. That'll put him all the way down to 1 shard. That makes him draw 3 cards. And, okay, so let's look at the priority here. So, you get to keep one, trade 1, give 1 to another player, and we go by priority. So this is the highest priority based on the fact it's got the highest amount of shards. So this is the one that it gets to keep, and it gets to play it as well. Unfortunately, the NPC can't afford to play it, so therefore it gets traded for 2, which goes up to 3. Then get to trade 1. The next highest value is, it's actually the same, +1 and -1. So we actually have to flip a coin. You know what? I won't flip a coin. I'm just going to shuffle until I'm just going to talk. So I've forgotten which one's which. I'm just going to say that one. There we go. So that one gets traded for 1, up to 4. And then the other one gets to go to me. So I actually get the Malum Drake into my hand, which, you know, I haven't even drawn 5 cards yet. There you go. I drew 5 cards. So yeah, and then Search Wisdom goes up there. Oh shit, I just threw my cards on the floor. Yeah, I did notice that about research. I hadn't put in the -1 of the rules initially, but now I've added that to keep the research. Yeah, makes sense. Cool. So, yeah, that is his 3 cards. It then goes to his resolve phase, which is -1 and steal 1, but you can't -3 on the first turn, so that doesn't happen, and block 1. So he gets nothing else. He then gets his draw and trade, which is a Ring of Fire, which puts him up to 7. And that comes on to my turn. I will start my turn by drawing. I am going to... I'm going to start by playing a Senior Painter. So this is from a separate realm now, for those that haven't been watching. So I'm going to play a Senior Painter for 3. And I'm also going to play the Malleum Drake that he actually gave me for 1. Also, Ben, before I forget, by the way, just to be very clear with how you've written the attack phase, correct me if I'm wrong. So if I was to leave it like this, during the NPC's attack phase, he wouldn't suicide his character if it was a trade, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, but essentially the NPC doesn't attack unless he can attack without losing his card. So he would never attack to do a neutral. Yeah, I could add the +1 fast for I just don't want to change the card. Yeah, I think when writing these rules for the NPC, something you want to avoid is changing cards. Because the issue is there are so many cards in the Achroma universe already between 3 realms, let alone the fact a 4th one's going to come out, that keeping track of all the individual cards is going to be difficult. So I think personally, just play the cards as they are, and there'll be some cards that the NPC just is at a disadvantage at, like Vast Volataris. That's how I see it personally. Okay, so I can play 1 more card, and I am going to play one. I'm going to play a Ballistics Belt onto my Malleum Drake, so he actually is a bit better. Work tomorrow. Good night, Charlie. Hey, thank you very much for joining me, Jeff. I really appreciate you being here for my first YouTube stream. Enjoy work tomorrow, buddy, and I'm looking forward to some Rust of you next week. Enjoy, buddy. Right, so that is my deploy phase done. I'll now go to my own resolve, which is +1, +2, and also I get to splat 2 as well, so I'll go up to 8. Cool. That, and then I will draw to end my turn. I got a full palette, that's quite nice. All right, his turn. So he starts with his attack phase, but the way the attack phase works is you take one of their characters, which is a 1. He would only attack if there was an opponent on my side that he could kill, which there isn't, so therefore he doesn't attack. It then goes to his deploy phase. So, first card is a Nui. He can afford to play Nui, so he'll play it. That'll put him down to 4. Nui is a very cool card, which means that you give protection to another character. So now his Malleum Drake is going to be protected, meaning that it can't take damage until I get rid of the Nui. Interesting. Next card is a Ring of Fire, which he can afford to play, so that'll put him down to 1. Now, this is a good question, Ben. Did we look at objects of power? Do objects go to the highest priority? Oh, right, yes. Oh, yeah. So when the Achroma has to choose a card as part of an effect, choose the card of the lowest priority in the event of a tie, move to the next. Oh, okay. So maybe we need to write something in the rules. So if you're listening, Ben, you've got the bit in the rules that say when the Achroma has to choose a card as part of an effect, you should change that to when the Achroma has to choose a card on its own canvas that is of a negative effect, meaning like, get rid of something, it follows those steps. However, when the Achroma has to choose a card on its own canvas for a positive effect, like gaining an object of power or to be splatted, for example, the Achroma goes for the highest priority. I think that would make sense. So basically, there needs to be a sub rule of what happens if it needs to choose its own card. What if it has to choose its own card? Yeah, so the object of power, I'm going to give it to the card with the highest priority, and I'm going to give it to... Or do I choose based on what is the best move? Because, yeah... See, this is where you get into a bit of a catch-22 situation, Ben. Because if I give the object of power to the strongest character, it would go to the Nui. But, really, if I was playing on that side, you would want to put the Ring of Fire on the Malleum Drake, because that means the Malleum Drake could defend the Nui, and it would be protected. But yes, that's the attack phase that stands now. We did debate on whether you do a round of choosing cards to attack lower power cards, but then do another round attacking equal power cards. Yeah. I think it works out for now, because most people don't suicide their cards. Like, most people don't, say, yeah, I'll sacrifice that into that. Not sure that will end up the NPC losing the board too often. That was a fear. I think this is a very specific scenario. I think the objects of power should always go to the higher card because you would want to protect that card, right? But then again, you could argue that you'd always want to give your objects to your lower characters to give them, you know, more protection. No, I think it makes sense that you give it to the higher. So I will give the Ring of Ice to the Nui. Right. He still has two more cards to draw, right? Yeah, because he drew the Nui this turn. So he's got one more card to draw. And that is Impious Drake. He unfortunately cannot afford to play it, though, so therefore he gets traded for 2, which puts him up to 3. He'll then go to his Resolve phase, which is to steal 1, which will go through. So I'm going down to 7. -1, which will go through. And that's it. So he goes up to 4. And then he gets to draw... he gets to trade at the end, which is 4, which puts him up to 8. Okay, my turn. I'm going to start my turn by drawing. In my attack phase... Yeah, so in my attack phase, I'm a bit screwed now because I need to get rid of that Nui. I need to get rid of that Nui, otherwise he's going to be protected. I would still think lowest priority would be good for choosing it. Yeah, but that's the thing, though. 'Cause I guess it really depends on which characters you've got on your board, Ben. Because there are sometimes occasions where you'd want to give an object to the lower card to beef it up so that it doesn't get broken as much. But equally, sometimes people will give objects of power to their higher cards because then you can make your higher cards even more powerful. But you know what, actually? I've just thought, I think for the NPC, I think you're right. I think we should go lowest priority. And here's my reasoning. Because this Malum Drake, for example, being only a 1-cost card, with the current rules you've got for attacking, wherefore it has to attack something weaker than it, technically, that Malum Drake will never attack anything, will it? Which is a bit unfair that he has a card that will never attack. I think you're right. Objects go to the lower character. And if a character already has an object, you basically the lowest priority. We have that? Objects go to the lowest priority character to keep them alive. So in which case, I'll move this to here. I think that's a good compromise. So then, with my attack phase, how am I going to do this? I'm actually going to not attack for now. Oh, do I? No, I am. I'm going to use my Ballistic Spell and Malleum Drake to take out the Nui. I'm going to completely remove the Nui. Because that means the Malleum Drake now doesn't have protection. But then I'm not going to attack that now. I'm just going to leave that as is. Oh, wait. I'm stupid. I need to remind myself here. Hold on. Bring everything back. I forgot that the Malleum Drake has the Ring of Ice, and presumably, again, it should be written in the rules, I guess, that when attacking the NPC, if it has a card that has defend, and the defend would actually benefit, meaning, okay, I hope you're keeping up with this, Ben. The way I think we should make the defend work for the NPC is if the NPC has an option to defend, and by defending the other character, it would either win the fight, meaning, you know, nothing dies, or if it would be killing itself, but to protect a higher priority card, the defend happens. So in this scenario, if I was to use the Malleum Drake with Ballistic Spell to attack the Nui is going to die. If the Malleum Drake decided to defend, it would lose the Ring of Ice, but not kill the Malleum Drake, so therefore it would do it. It would do it because it would be protecting both characters. Yes. That's how I'm going to play it. If it's up to you whether you want to write that in your rules, but that's how I think it should be, is that, so therefore I'm not going to do that attack because otherwise the defend would go off and that'd be worse for me. Okay, we're getting there. So therefore, I'm not doing the attack phase. I'm just going straight to the deploy phase. For my deploy phase, I'm going to start with a... yeah, I'm going to spend 4. I'm going to play a squad leader. There's then nothing else I can play now, so I'm going to resolve, which for me is +1, +2. That's an action to splat, isn't it? Yeah, so I don't get that again. +1, +2, so basically +4. Then I get my splats, which is splat 1 for there, and squad leader gets a splat for each painter on my canvas, which is each other painter. That's 1, so 1 splat brings me up to 8. I do have a -1, but he has a block, so that doesn't go through. And then I'm going to end my turn by drawing, I think. Yes. Cool. All right. NPC's turn. So, the NPC's attack phase. We start by choosing the character with the lowest priority, which is Nui. Is there a character on my canvas that has lower? No, so Nui doesn't attack. So we then go to the next priority, which is overall 4. Does my Malleum Drake and Ring of Ice, can that kill something? Yes, my squad senior painter or ballistic spout has a 3. In terms of what it attacks, I'm pretty certain we said it attacks the highest priority of low, right? Choose the lowest priority. Okay, and yeah, so when choosing... When the Achromatron is choosing a card on the opponent's canvas as far... Okay, so you haven't written it into the rules, Ben. But again, another thing I would add is that... So my Malleum Drake has to attack anything that has 3 or less. Technically, these 2 and this one have 3 each. So which one does it attack? I imagine we go with which has the highest priority. So you should add their line there that when it chooses its attacker... Sorry, when it chooses who it's attacking, if there is multiple characters that it can attack, it chooses the highest priority one. So in this situation, this would be the higher priority. Actually, it's equal because they're both priority 3. You then go to their resolve. Actually, no, yeah, you then go to their resolve, but the resolve is higher in this one because this is a plus and a minus. That's just a 1. Okay, so these guys get destroyed. So this attack would happen. That gets rid of my Ballistics Belt and Malleum Drake. And for their side, it gets rid of his Ring of Ice, but not his, but not the Drake himself. Okay, that's the attack phase. Interesting. You've added the defend in the rules. I just had to put it happens on the first time it could trigger, but maybe you're right. It should trigger when it's, yeah, it should trigger when it's beneficial. And when it means beneficial, I would write into the rules of if the defend means that it saves its if by defending it wins the fight. Or sacrifices himself for what would be a higher priority card than himself. Meaning, let's say you gave a Draco Hatchling a Ring of Power, it would throw itself to death to defend your Tenebris, for example. Okay, so that's its attack phase done. So now on to its deploy phase. So, first card, Impious Drake. It can afford to play that, so it will. So that brings him down to 6 shards. Which is there on the board. So choose a player, they must erase a card. That's me, so I'll choose my senior painter. Second card, Achroma Haven. He can afford to play that, so he will. I'll bring him down to 2. And then his last card is a Great Cloister. However, he cannot afford to play that, so it gets traded to put him back up to 4. So then goes to his resolve phase, which is to minus... he steals 1, minuses 2, and then that is... the Achroma Haven is steal based on how many Drakes he has 2. So that's a total of 3 steal and 2 minus. Oof. So that's 5 shards from me, and he goes up 3, up to 7. And then his last card is a tradable one, which is Rock for 2. Brings him up to 9 shards. That's a good turn from him. Oof. All right, my turn then. I will start by... You know what? Ooh, I don't know, folks. Yeah, I'm going to trade Infirmary for 3 to bring me up to 6. I'm then going to spend 2 shards to play full pallet, which is there. I'm going to play full pallet. I'm going to splat 6 onto the squad leader. I'm then going to attach for 2, I'm going to attach a toadstool cannon to my squad leader. There we go. Which is 2 block. And then I'm going to go to my resolve phase, which is gain 2 for that and 6 for the full pallet. So I gain 8, bring me up to 10. Because then what I'm going to do is before I end my turn, I'm going to play my 3rd card. I'm going to, for 5, play Giant Prism, which will erase all characters with any Achroma shards, which will get rid of both of these. And I gain +2 for each card erased this way. So that gives me an extra 4 back. So that's actually a really good turn by me, because now that's removed 2 of the minus and 2 of the steal that he was getting from Achroma Haven. I'm quite pleased with that move. There we go. Cool. That's the end of my turn by drawing. And I just got my Copper Joss, which is bloody brilliant. That's actually really good. Okay, let's see how his turn will work. Good call. I'll add the choosing a priority to accept. Thought I'd put it there. Hey, no worries. You know, this is good. This is thank you very much for being in the stream today, Ben, because it helps having you there so I could ask you questions, and it also helps that you can see things from me. But I will say now, Ben, for what it's worth, considering you said you came up with this quite quickly, so far I've been very impressed with how balanced this feels, and this is actually quite fun. I think, you know, as we're doing now, just fine-tuning it a little bit. But until the creators actually come up with a solo mode themselves, I think you've actually stumbled on a really fun little way here. So, you know, we'll see how it works. We'll keep trying. So, starting with the attack phase, the Nui will not attack because it's lower priority. So we'll go to the deploy. Firstly is Ring of Fire. He can afford to play that, so it'll bring him down to 6. And that will attach to the Nui, which isn't ideal. Next card is Umbra Aqueous. He can afford to play that, so it brings him down to 3. I'll put Umbra Aqueous on the board, as that is one of the rares. Okay. And then his last card is a Great Cloister, which he can afford to play, so that'll bring him down to 1 shard. Now, the action is he gets to research 1. However, as we've discussed, research costs 1. So because he's only got 1 shard, he cannot do the action of Great Cloister. So we'll then go to the resolve phase, which is actually not too good for me because he's now got some more steel back. He gets I've got 2 block. So, right. Let's just say it this way. My 2 block will block his 2 Great Cloisters. So imagine his Great Cloisters don't exist. Everything else goes through, which is steel 1, -2, and steel 1 for 1 Drake. So that's 2 steel, 2 minus. So he goes up to 3, and I go down to 7. And then his last bit is he gets to draw a trade, which is another Achroma Haven, bringing him up to 7. Okay, scary times. Right, my turn. I'm going to start by drawing. I am going to be a absolute boss. Right, watch this. So I'm going to play, but before my attack phase, I'm going to spend 2 shards to play Defensive Position. Defensive Position is a really cool card that gives all characters currently on my canvas protection till their next turn. Oh, actually, do I want to do that? I will lose my Toadstool Cannon by doing this, but I'm going to do it anyway. Because now my squad leader is protected. Now during my attack phase, I am going to attack the Ring of Fire Nui. So this is a 6v6. So Nui and his Ring of Fire will get defeated. However, the 6 damage that comes back, the Toadstool Cannon is not protected, so that will die. But my squad leader is protected, so my squad leader stays alive. I'll put defensive position over there. My squad leader is still technically protected till the end of the next turn. Then in my deploy phase, I'm going to play Copper Joss for 4. Copper Joss is my legendary. She costs me 4. She can splat 3. She cannot be attacked. And she gains 3 as well. Incredibly good legendary. So I'll then go to my resolve phase, which is I get 5 back normally. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She splats the squad leader 3. And the squad leader splats 1 back. So I'm basically going to gain an extra 4. So I'm up to 10. I'm going to finish my turn by drawing. Oh, I just got splat square. If my Copper Joss and squad leader can stay alive, this will be great. Ooh, that was good. That was good. All right, opponent's turn. So starts by doing the attack phase. Umbra Aqueous does not have anything it can attack and survive, so it skips it. So firstly, to draw... Mortius Drake, it can afford to play that, so it'll bring him down to 3 shards. There we go. Next card is a Corrupted Portal. Now, unfortunately, he cannot afford to play that, so therefore that gets traded. So he goes back up to 7. And his last card is a Rock, which he can afford to play, so therefore it brings him down to 5. So then he goes to his resolve phase, which is, I now have no block on the board. So he has 1, 2, 3 steel. Oh, God. He might kill me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steel. Oh, and 4 minus. He brings me down to 1 shard. And he gains 4 of the... it was 5 steel, wasn't it? No, it was 4... No, it was 5 steel, so he gains up to 10. Holy crap. Okay, and then his trade step, he gets to trade 2 up to 12. Oh. And there was me thinking I was about to win. Okay, so I will start my turn by drawing. I should have... Or actually, should I trade? Am I being stupid? No. Yeah, sorry. I shouldn't have done that. I'm going to trade to start. I'm being silly. So I'm going to trade Lava Fountain for 3 to get me up to 4. In my attack phase, I'm going to use Squad Leader to attack the Umbra Aqueous and kill that. I'm going to use Copper Joss to attack the Mortius Drake to kill... Oh, wait. No, wait. Sorry, I'm being stupid. Other way around. I'll use Copper Joss to attack the Umbra Aqueous because that will kill him. Oh, actually, yeah, I can't get rid of the squad... Yeah, I can't get rid of the Mortius Drake. Yeah, no, it's fine. I'll use the squad leader then to get rid of the rock. There you go, we'll do that. We'll get rid of the rock and that. I can't kill the Mortius Drake. Right, so that's my attack phase done. In my deploy phase, I will play a Funguar for 2. Do I want to do that now, actually? Yeah, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I'll then do my resolve phase, which is 5... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I get to splat 3 and splat 1. So that's gaining another 4. Brings me back up to 11. And I'm going to end my turn by drawing. Okay, here's something we got to consider as well, Ben. So it's now the opponent's turn. So you choose the lowest priority enemy, which is that Mortius Drake. It will attack the lowest priority on mine, which is Funguar. But by attacking Funguar, he would die. So I'm guessing we should write in a rule, which is in the attack step, choose the lowest priority card, choose a card on the opponent's canvas that has a lower priority than the attacking card that can be attacked. Perform the attack using the calculated sharp power and trigger by any effects. There should be like a clause in there, which is if the attacking card has poisonous, it won't attack. Or do we just say that poisonous cards work in that effect? Just make it a good thing against the NPC. Play a poisonous card, the NPC will attack it anyway. I'm going to go by what would make sense, because the number one, I think what we should say is the number one rule to follow. Because I think you like the other one, where it's a good thing against the NPC? Because what you're going to find, I think, with these solo rules is there is going to be a lot of questions. I think the answer should always be as follows. And this is what you said at the top of your rule set. Priority number one is all actions done on behalf of the automation must be done to its greatest advantage. So in this attacking situation, yeah, exactly. That's the number. If you can say to people, hey, if you ever have a question that's not in the rules, follow the simple rule of, is it beneficial to the Achromatron? If it's not, you don't do it. So in this attack phase, although the Mortius Drake can kill the Funguar, because it would trade, and that, you know, the overall value is bad, it won't do that. So I'm not going to attack that. So then goes to his deploy phase, which is another Mortius Drake. He can afford that, so that brings him down to 8. Followed by a Ring of Ice, which he can afford, which goes down to 5, and that will go to, doesn't really matter which, but one of his Mortius Drakes. And his last card is a, oh my god, I'm going to lose. Umbra Igneous brings him down to 1. He can afford that. I'm going to lose. Oh god. So it then goes to his resolve step, which is a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 steel, thanks to the Achroma. Oh no, I'm going to survive by 1 again. Yeah, just to confirm, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 steel, and 4 minus. So that's 10 in total. That brings me down to 1 shard again. And he gains 6 steel, so he goes up to 7. And then he does his trade, which is 2. This is a really close game. This so far seems to be, again, it seems to be quite balanced. Even against an Achroma deck, this is balanced. Oh my lord. All right, so I'm going to start my turn by... Okay, I really hate that I'm having to do this, but I'm going to start my turn by trading my Splat Square for 5. I really don't want to, but I need it, because then I'm going to play Skynet, erase any character with a Achroma Shard, so I'm going to bring that on the screen. Erase any character with a colored shard. I'm going to get rid of the Umbra Igneous, sorry. Then in my attack phase, I'm going to use... Oh, this is interesting, actually. I was going to use the Funguar to attack the Mortius Drake that doesn't have the Ring of Ice, but now that means that he would use the Ring of Ice to defend. This isn't... Okay, right. I need to figure this out. If I wanted to kill his 2 Mortius Drakes, if I wanted to kill them both, I would have to trade all 3 of my cards. But then I would have nothing on the board and nothing in my hand. There is no way for me to kill even one of them without losing one of my good cards. So what I have to decide is it worth clearing those 2 Mortiuses and my own canvas and leaving him with 2 steel? Or can I survive another turn? Because I'm going to be gaining... How much will I gain here? I'm going to be gaining 3, 4, 5. I'm going to be gaining 9. Yeah, I'll survive. I'm going to not attack. This is going to be so risky. I'm going to not attack. I'm going to go straight to my resolve phase, which is, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep. The only my win condition right now, though, Ben, is the Achromatron is about to run out of cards. This is one thing I have noticed, by the way, is that because of how many cards it draws per turn, because it's technically it's drawing 4 cards per turn in 3 in the deploy phase, 1 at the end. It does run out of cards really quickly, but it does make for quick games. So right. Then I'm going to end my turn by drawing. That is so good. I just picked up a Blueprint Swirl. That's going to potentially save me. Right, Achromatron's turn. It has... Okay, so this guy will attack. because its total value is 7 and I have a total value of 4. So this one will attack. In terms of who it will attack the highest priority card, which is my Copper Joss. So Mortius Drake attacks my Copper Joss, which means the Ring of Fire will be destroyed. So will my Copper Joss, but the Mortius won't. So that's unfortunate that I will lose my Copper Joss. So then it goes into... It won't attack the others because it will die. So it then goes to its deploy phase, which is... Oh! An Achroma Balanium. Oh, that is not good for me. So, first things first. It costs him 5, so that's down. He's now down to 4 shards. All of his Drakes now have protection, meaning they are protected from my Funguar. Not ideal. And he gets to... That's an extra -2. Ugh. No, I think it's a good... Because you got to remember, Ben, that because they effectively get to play... they get to play a lot of cards per turn. One thing I've noticed about the Achromatron is their shard count is never very low. It seems... the NPC seems to be really powerful. Because if you look at all 4 games... Sorry. Yeah, if you look at all 4 games I've played against the Achromatron, it gets so many cards out on the canvas. There's been so little time where there's been none of there. Effectively, it runs out of cards quicker because it has a stronger early and mid game. I think we'll play a few more games to test out, but I think personally just the run out of cards balances it out. Yeah, exactly. So where was I? He has 1 more card to draw, doesn't he? No, 2 more cards. Yeah, 2 more cards to draw. So the next one is a Draco Graveyard, which costs 2, which he can play. Draco Graveyard doesn't actually give him any benefit. The thing is, once per turn, you can discard 2 cards to dig 1. That's basically a null and void. He can't do that. Then his last card is a... His last card is his Tenebris. That's so lucky. If the Tenebris had to come out earlier, that would have killed me. But because he can't play it, it gets traded, which means he's up to 8. That's just really lucky. Okay, so now we go to his resolve phase, but I think he might still be close to kill me. So he gets a total of 1, 2. He has 4 steel. Let's do that first. So I'm down to 11, and he's up to 12. Then minusing, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Which brings, yeah. I think I'm still going to, even though he's got no more cards now, I think I'm still going to lose this. So I'm going to start by drawing. For 2, I'm going to play Blueprint Swirl. That's not going to help me that much, to be honest. Shit, it's not. Oh yeah, in my attack phase, I can't attack because there's Achroma Balanium out. I'll then go to my resolve phase, which is +2, and then plus another 2. And then I'm going to have to... I think I've lost this. I've lost. If I end my turn by trading that for 3, in his turn, he will attack. Yeah. Okay. This is something else you need to write carefully into the attack rules, Ben, is essentially you choose the... Let's do it by your rules. So firstly, choose a card. This Mortius Drake has 4. It attacks the lowest priority card, which would be the Funguar. Now, normally it wouldn't attack the Funguar because of poisonous, but because the Mortius Drake now has protection, it will always... I think you should write that if it has protection, it will always attack or something like that, because now by attacking, it can attack Funguar and not die. Same thing for this Mortius Drake. It can attack the squad leader because it won't die. Even though they were equal priorities, because it now won't die because of protection, it will do the attack. And then, yeah. And then it'll go into its resolve phase, which is to steal 1, 2, 3, 4. Up to 16. And then minus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, that kills me. Damn. Damn. I did have one game the other day where it ran out and it had a pitiful canvas, but that could test to how good the deck is for a coronation. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because, you know, you got to remember, these are custom decks as well. Awesome. Thank you for that protection. Well, even though I lost, it was close. Because, for example, what did I have in my deck next? Did I have anything that... The biggest thing is, again, you could turn around and say, oh my gosh, that Achroma deck was too strong. But it might have just been that this deck was too weak against that one. I still think that loss just there wasn't due to the NPC being too powerful. That was just due to that being a really good Achroma deck versus what wasn't a very good Chroma deck. Because I can tell you now, with this painter deck I'm playing, there isn't very much removal. There isn't very much control. So therefore, as his deck was getting as his board was getting stronger, there was little I could do to get rid of it. I think that was a good game. Ben, so far my feedback to you is good job. Really, really good way of playing solo games. A few things we've tweaked so far, but overall, I think that is doing pretty good. Awesome. All right, let's tie that up. I think I did say that I was going to play one more, but I'll be honest, I'm actually quite tired. It's 10 o'clock in my time, and we've also done a 4-hour stream, so I think that's quite good. So I think we're actually going to look to end the stream there. Now, I don't know how raiding works in YouTube. I don't know if I can raid, so I think I just have to end the stream. So I'm going to look to end. But yeah, thank you very, very much. Let me go to my end screen, I guess. Let's go to my end stream. There we go. So thank you very, very much to Tofu and Sam, who played games with me today. If it wasn't for those two, I wouldn't have had a chance to play player games. Thank you very much to Ben for being in the stream and helping me with a solo game. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have been able to do all of that. And thank you to everybody that joined me in today's stream, as it was my first one on YouTube, so it made a massive difference that you were all here for me. And yeah, and also thank you to my regular Ko-Fi support chickens, Mary and Liv. Very much appreciate, guys. Glad you like it. Definitely some tweaks are needed. I've added some stuff already. Perfect. Yeah. Even if you don't post it in Achroma, can you send me the updated version? Because I'll keep playing with it throughout the week. Also, Ben, if I get time in the week, would you have any issue if I made a video about it to show others? Or do you want me to wait until maybe we've done a few more tweaks first? In fact, you can always reply to that in DMs. But yeah, there we go, guys. There is my stream. My next stream will be Sunday at 6 p.m. So, next Sunday, basically, where we'll play more Achroma games. In the meantime, make sure to check out some of the other Achroma videos if you haven't already. Some deck builds. And there'll be some other videos going live throughout this week as well. Thank you very much for watching, folks. I have been Foulplay Gaming. And for the first time on YouTube, I will say, whatever your week brings, stay wholesome. See you in the next one, folks. Thank you. Bye.